you're in high ticket sales, if you want to get into high ticket sales, you need to become a better communicator. You need to become a better leader. You need to master the game of communicating value. In this video, 2 hours of live training, over 2 hours of live training with myself and my team in protocols coaching. We dive into live call reviews, role plays, breakdowns on human behavior, how people make decisions, understanding fear, understanding desire, understanding what motivates someone to say yes on a call. Some of the most in-depth training that I've ever put out on this channel. Over 2 hours of live coaching from myself and the people that I'm working with, our clients in protocol sales training. So dive in, learn from it, use it. If you'd like us to help you, links are down below where you can book a call and learn about how we can get you into high ticket sales, making a lot of money changing your life, or making you more money as a high ticket sales rep. Down below, links are there. You'll see how we train in this video. There's a lot of golden nuggets to pick up from this, a lot of information that's really helpful. You may even have to break it into different parts because we go through a lot of stuff here. Okay, dive in. I'll see you inside. Let's get better. Let's train. Do we have anything else from you, Ben or Michelle? You guys are on offers. You should be having calls recording for me. Or
quick question, just so I understand, like this is my first time hopping on the elite sections. So we mainly do call reviews, like that's the thing.
No, we do a combination of things. So sometimes we do theory, which means I'll whiteboard and teach a concept. Today I have nothing new to teach. I mean, there will be those things over the coming weeks, but today we're doing call reviews. Sometimes we do role plays, or sometimes we do call review. Today I thought I want to see where you guys are at skill wise. We haven't done that in a while. We've been like role playing a lot, so I want to see kind of just skill wise where you're at.
Got you.
But you should, in protocols, you should always have a call ready to go for a session if you need it. Like you should always just have your Fathom a click away where you could pull up something if we asked. So you have something? If you do, we'll look at it afterwards. So Key and Ben, you guys are on deck. I want to, and Arjun, but I know you don't have as much volume and you're trying to land something. So if you have something, I'd love to see it too. But let's go into detail. Do you guys have any questions for me before we start breaking this down?
I do have a quick question, man. Is there any way you handle logistics money, like getting them to be resourceful and like really like, oh shit, maybe I can pull 1,000 from here, like somehow like on this call? Because it just feels like, I don't know, like I just feels like it's done after they're like, why, I just can't afford that. Like I don't have that.
So when they say they can't afford it, is I can see here in the notes that that's what happens here. I can see it's happens here. So are you asking how to navigate it, or what are you asking exactly?
Nah, just I mean, I know how to navigate it, but it's just like, is there any way to like get them to like, I feel like the protocol doesn't get them to be resourceful though.
Of course.
You know, so do you ever do that with someone? Because there's a couple people I've had a call on and they're just like, they're just all in, but they don't have a lot of money or something.
Yeah, so what we do is we go heavy into logistics of where they're at, and do it. If they're really in, then you do a deposit. Did you go for a deposit with him?
No, this was before I talked to you about the deposit. The offer owner didn't want to do it because he was tired of refunding them. But if I tell him it's non-refundable, I'm sure he would let me.
Yeah, non-refundable or refundable after 30 days if the problem is that WAP technicality.
Okay.
The thing I was going to say though is what I would do is get a deposit and come up with a game plan for them to afford it. Like you said, you kind of answered it in the question. Like, how can you be resourceful to afford this? So it's just a simple question you ask. In terms of next steps, John, like, what do you need to do in order to get the 2,000 to be able to come in and make changes? Like, what does that look like? What is the steps? And what you do is you set concrete actions. So you do a call to action. This is really important, guys. When you have people who aren't closing and they're going to go into follow-up, you don't want them to go into follow-up like dark. Follow-up dark meaning where it's like, oh, it's up in the air, this cool concept, like maybe one day we'll start. We want it to be, what are the steps that you need to take on your end as of today within the next 2 weeks to make sure that we can start helping you to make more money? Right? And whatever those steps are, you then update your CRM with those steps and those notes and you hold them to it.
Okay.
Cool. Does that make sense? So you put together a concrete plan. That's what the resourcefulness is.
Yeah,
it's a concrete strategy.
Like what are we gonna do right after this call? Like
correct.
Step by step.
And then in your CRM, you hold them. You have that in the CRM is like, okay, I know what the steps are going to be.
Okay, cool.
Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, let's look at what Key's got here. And again, Ben, Michelle, I want to see something from you too as well, if please, if possible.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drop it in the main chat.
Oh, okay, cool.
What do you mean? Oh, I'm
Like
home
what?
right now. Got home.
Like what state are you calling from?
Oh, California.
Okay, cool. I'm out here in Southern.
When you said where you calling from, did you think you meant like the location physically?
Yeah.
I'm in my living room. Okay.
In California. Where you at?
We live in Santa Barbara.
Okay, cool, man. I'm
Yeah.
out here in Felix. That's nice. How do you like living out there?
Oh, that's cool, man. It's expensive.
Definitely expensive, bro, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep, cool,
good.
man. My name is Key, by the way, program advisor here at Junk Labs. So the way I run these calls, man, pretty simple. I just want to learn a bit more about you and your business, where things are at today, and where you're ultimately trying to take it. And then I'll walk you through exactly what Ryan and Ben have built out here at Junk Labs and how they're helping junk removal owners grow and scale their businesses and what that could potentially look like in your situation specifically. And then last, if I feel like
You guys know John Bernthal, the Punisher? The guy who plays the Punisher, the actor? No one knows John Bernthal? This guy could literally be his like twin. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Look, this guy. No one knows this guy? No one's ever seen him? The memes, wait. This guy.
yeah,
All right.
definitely seen it. Like there is a fit and I'm confident we can help you get where you're trying to go. We can talk about what working together would actually look like. We can go over the investment and we can answer any questions you have about getting started. And if for whatever reason it doesn't feel like a good fit, completely fine. We can have an honest conversation about it and just see if there's a better direction for you out there. Does that sound cool?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, man. And just so I can respect everyone's time here, if you did decide you wanted to move forward today in terms of working directly with Ryan and Ben here at Junk Labs, is that a decision that you'd make on your own or?
Yeah, it's my business.
Okay, cool, man. So
Yeah.
let's start off with the goal, man. Like, where are you actually trying to get this business over the next few months here?
So I started off like a year and a half ago. I started off on just doing Yelp and putting signs out everywhere. I mean, it works out all right, you know. But I recently moved away from Yelp. I'm still on Yelp. I still use Yelp. But I've been using Google now. Google Ads. I'm getting my I've been getting a lot of business off of my
What I'm going to do here, guys, today, this is a little different than when we normally do call reviews. Today, I'm going to focus more on my own thought process while the call is happening, and kind of it's similar, but it's a little different. Instead of us looking at Key, what are you doing here, or where you should go here, what we're going to do is more so analyze language, and look at what the prospect is communicating and how we need to potentially respond to that, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's what's the agenda and how we're going to address this today.
So I started off like a year and a half ago. I started off on just doing Yelp and putting signs out everywhere.
So first question, just in my mind, there's a difference, guys, between questions you have in your mind versus questions you ask. You don't need to ask everything. Oh, if you have limited questions, you can ask in a discovery. Some questions are going to take higher priority than others. So right now, my first thing in the question in my mind that I'm going to put in my vault, park it in the little sales library for this call, is going to be why did he choose to start doing this in the first place? Because if I can get why he chose to start doing it, that's going to lead us to the holy grail, right? The mechanism, like the reason he's actually doing the mechanism, which is junk cleaning, junk removal. Why is it that he started doing that? Is it that he is working 9 to 5? Is he just wants side income? Maybe, I don't know, maybe he's a mechanic or something. Or maybe he doesn't seem like the finance type. But maybe he seems like he does something maybe with his hands more. I don't know for sure, but the way he communicates, I feel that it doesn't seem like the office type. So maybe that's what he's doing. It's good for some side income, something hustling, right? But whatever that is, I would want to know. So I could ask why he started doing this year ago, what drew him to do that. But I'm not going to ask yet. I'm going to hear him out because he's giving me good information.
It works out all right, you know. But I recently moved away from Yelp. I'm still on Yelp. I still use Yelp. But I've been using Google now. Google Ads. I'm getting my I've been getting a lot of business off of my
Another interesting question, but I'm not going to ask this again. Is why did he move off of Yelp? I'd just be curious, what did he see there that wasn't working for him? I probably wouldn't ask that. It's very low value, because if he moved off of Yelp already, then that means that whatever wasn't working on Yelp, he's moved to a different solution now, and I don't think we're going to fix Yelp for him. So I probably wouldn't ask it. But again, that pops into my mind just from a curiosity standpoint. That's interesting. That could contribute to the current state that he's in. Okay.
my Google business profile.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I just have a junk. You guys, that's what you deal with, junk removal business, right?
We do everything, bro. We help you get leads. Like we help it all. Like we help you scale. We help you get a nice killer team in place. We help you with standard operating procedures.
I think right now he wasn't saying what do you guys do. I think he was saying do you deal with my kind of business. So I would,
that, yeah.
yeah. So I would. You mean now it's obvious, of course. In the moment, sometimes you can mishear things, but just we'll have the answer to that. Yeah, dude. We specifically work with junk removal businesses,
Yeah.
right? So my big question actually from here, surprisingly, wouldn't be what's holding you back. I wouldn't ask that. I would actually take a risk and say, what got you into this? Why did you start? You meant a year and a half ago, so that was like 2020, 2025 early, something like that, end of 2024. Why did you get into junk removal? Because if we can get into why he got into it, then we can establish holy grail. Okay. Or the other alternative path you can go is just numbers. What is he bringing in right now? What does he want to bring in? That works too.
Okay.
Both of those paths will be fine.
We help you get leads. Like we help you with standard operating procedures. We help with it all. But just to have a clear goal in mind that we're working toward, where do you want the business to be? Let's say.
I mean, I'm really happy with the way things are working right now. I mean, I'm stay busy. You know, I do like, I mean, some weeks are good, some weeks are all right. You know, but it's getting more and more to where I'm having work almost every day now. So.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. I mean, I just want to see here what do you guys? I mean, I'm always willing to take on more work, but you know, I've already got a lot of money.
Okay, so he's establishing a problematic frame here, which is I'm happy with where things are, and I'm happy with the results that I have. So what we need to do now, there's nothing we actually even need to reframe. There's no reframe needed. You don't need to go down this fancy scripting path. Misha. We don't need to go down this fancy. That's right. We don't need to go down this fancy scripting path. All I need to do is give him a crossroads. Does he want to grow more, or is he happy with staying where he's at now? That's it. I just need to know, is he on a path of growth, or is he staying? So the scripting would be like the long.
Some weeks are all right, you know, but it's getting more and more to where I'm having work almost every day now. So
cool.
Okay.
I mean, so you being happy with the work. Are you looking to place potentially things into the business to help the business continue to grow faster, or are you just like hands off? It is where it is now. I don't need to make any changes. I'm good. Because just for, if he doesn't answer immediately, I might jump in again, just because for clarity, what we do is work with junk removal businesses to scale them up to hit in 40, 50K months. That's our like intention. That's what our company is designed to do. If you're good though, and you don't want to do that, bro, then I can answer any questions you have and let you go. But yeah, where are you at? That's what I would do. Give him a crossroads on what he wants. Everyone's going to then say, no, we want to grow. I want to grow. I don't even think that he's taking on a bad frame here on purpose. I think that he's honestly I get from him, he's just a chill dude who's probably just floating around, probably makes okay money, is pretty complacent. You're going to need to attack that later. But for now, I want to give him that crossroads.
Yeah, he ends up opening up here in like a minute or two.
Cool. Okay, cool.
Quick
I'm
question,
pretty happy with the way things are going.
About the crossroads thing. When the prospect it's pretty much like saying it's everything okay, he's fine with what is happening. How would you attack? Can you repeat like what question would you ask in terms of making them joining a better frame, maybe like a frame of growth?
So first, before we go into what's the question, let's go into what we need. So I need to basically give them to a crossroads of, is your goal right now growing faster or consistently or to a higher level? Any one of those things. Is your goal that, or are you happy to just stay where you're at now? Because the question works on two levels. What we're trying to do is force them to say, no, I want growth. This is not an innocent question. Because you could ask it in a way, watch, like words are so powerful, guys. This is what we do on Elite. We talk a lot about language. Words are so powerful. Watch, I could ask the question in another way, but that would have a completely different meaning. Watch. If I ask this guy, I could say, so right now, are you looking to like, I guess, grow super fast and like push things really, really quick? Or are you happy with where you guys are now and the steady growth you kind of already had? Do you see how that question, the second option sounds way better than the first? I just said, do you want to recklessly grow and aggressively push? It doesn't sound great. Versus the second option versus the second path, or are you happy with the growth you've had now? I don't want to ask it that way because you see, I could manipulate the way the prospect perceives the state in the call. You can do that on sales calls. One thing that's really cool about sales, Key, you know this, you've heard me say this a billion times. Ben, I think you've heard me say this already, but Michelle, Arjun, this is something, I know Arjun, you knew it at the elite sessions. This is like something important. On a sales call, you can very much manipulate and influence the prospect's perception of their own current state, right? So kind of like what I tried with Jesse on the last call, but I think he was the wrong person to do the example with because he just went way too deep. But like the glass half full, glass half empty, right? Like you can change the way someone perceives a situation, provided that the context of the call is set up correctly. So if the context of the call, which is we're going to help you grow, is established, then that means that the nature of the call is the nature of growth. So Key already has an advantage here. It's not just like he's talking to this dude on like a setting call, right? Where the guy opted in for a PDF on how to hire, right? This guy is here and he's somewhat aware, even if it's in his subconscious, clicking the links and the buttons to get here. He's aware that they're trying to help him make more money. It's obvious. It's not, there's not bullshit here, right? The question now is to what degree will the prospect lean into that framing? That's the question. So what we're trying to do is increase, and Husham does this so well on his offer. We'll probably get, since he's the main coach now with me, we'll probably get more of his calls inside the program over the next couple of weeks. But like what we need to do is we're trying to increase the prospect's compliance along the state or the understanding, the awareness that will help him close, right? So again, the way I'm going to frame this question now to answer the question, Michelle, more precisely, would be in a way that cheats the question so that I get the answer I want. Now repeating it, let's use a different offer. Let's say that I'm helping, let's pretend that I'm helping, what's a good offer? I help football coaches get more clients. So guys who like teach like football, let's say soccer, they teach soccer and mentor students and stuff, and they have like an academy, help them grow it, right? The guy says like this guy, well, we're doing really well. We've had some good growth in the last 2 years. So I'm actually quite happy with things. My question now would be, so then when it comes to the academy overall, would you say that you do want to though grow and expand more to where we're talking 6-figure months? Is that a thing that you actually desire and want to make happen? Or would you say you're happy just with the, I guess, bit of growth that you have? You see, pausing, you see how I said bit of growth? That doesn't sound good now. Bit of growth is like, you grew a little bit. I want that second option to sound bad. Or are you happy with like the bit of growth that you've had, I guess, over however many years, or do you want more than that? Right? We may not get a solid screaming yes, like, yes, I need more, but we will get an answer that's in line with, I want growth every time. Make sense? Cool.
Yes.
Let's play ball.
I
Okay.
mean, I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. I mean, I just want to see here what do you guys, I mean, I'm always willing to take on more work, but you know, I've already.
So his language is non-urgent. It's very neutral. It's and honestly, I actually, based on his language here, Key, you need to build him up to the other side where he's like, I desire to take on more work. Willing and wanting is, I know I use that language a lot, and he said it here, but he hasn't said it in the context of us asking him that. So when the prospect says willing, it's like a shit willing. Like, you know what I mean? It's different if you say, are you willing and wanting? And he's like, yeah, I am. Versus the prospect by himself saying, yeah, I'm willing to do this. It has a different meaning. The word willing can stretch, you know, it means something else when you ask it. So here, if you don't build him up to the side of more urgency, then that 4,500 or whatever limit he has, or whatever he said he can't physically do financially well, then I wonder how honest it is. Not that he's lying, but it could be factored into lack of urgency starting here. Let's see. Don't tell me anything. I don't even know. I'm just going to watch and keep coaching, but we need to correct this now. So I'm making this in my mind. I have putting this in my head right now on the call live.
I already got a lot of money going out, man. I pay what, almost like $2,000 a month in ads for Google, and I'm paying.
Okay, so I get it. What he's doing is he's resisting making a purchase, and this is a protection. It's hard to see through it unless you get it explained to you, which I'm gonna do now. So look at how his language devolves. Watch this, guys. This is how we learn about people. It's some killer stuff. Look, so it starts off with this.
I mean, I stay busy, you know. I do like, I mean, some weeks are good, some weeks
are good. Okay, the way he's saying I do good, he's stuttering through it. I don't believe that his business is thriving and he's actually crushing it. I don't believe that. Based on his body language, his energy, his tone, what I think he's doing is putting up a front to mask and be like, you don't need to like sell me. I'm not one of those people who's like broken, desperate, and cooked. That's what I think. I think he's putting up a caricature or some sort of mask. And I'm going to show you in his language why I believe that even more.
Sure, all right, you know, but it's getting more.
Some weeks are all right, you know. That's the language, the words, the text, but in the subtext, he's basically saying some weeks we don't do as well. Do you hear? Because out here he says, I mean, some weeks are good. Then he says, he stutters through it. He's like, some weeks are all right, you know. What is that implying? Like anything, there's ups and downs, which means he has downs, and he probably has quite a few downs in his business. But, which is a contrast word. So it's not like he's not saying some weeks are all right and I'm steadily growing. He said some weeks are all right, but, which means that there's something opposite of that. I'm steadily cut himself off. It's cut himself off again. getting more and more to, I'm reading the script now, to where I'm having work almost every day now. My guess is he is getting jobs, but they're probably shit jobs, like very low price. He's probably not getting paid what he should be getting paid.
He also looked away when telling about that. Like some weeks are all right, and he looked away. So it makes a lot of sense.
Yes, I just watch. I like where your head is at, Michelle, but someone looking away isn't always an indicator of BS, because people could tell you the truth and just think through it and look away. Like he could very well say like, yeah, it's been pretty tough, man. Like the last couple of weeks, I'm looking away now, and that's pretty normal. You know, if you just watch, don't overread it. But good insight. Let's see what else.
Some weeks are all right, you know, but it's getting more and more to where I'm having work almost every day now. So
okay,
I mean, I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. I mean, I just want to hear what do you guys? I mean, I'm always willing to take on more work, but you know, I've already got a lot of money going out, man. I pay.
Then now here's the truth. I have a lot of money going out. I pay almost 2,000, blah blah blah. I pay another 800. So he's saying I'm spending a lot of money. So please don't try to take my money. He's in the subtext. Please don't try to take my money. Don't like sell me hard, because dude, I'm like, money's flying out and I'm doing okay right now. That's essentially the bundle of what he's saying. So what we need to do now is see through all of this, like genuinely just ignore it all. You need to remember what he's saying and like have the context, but don't buy into it like, oh, this means I have to change something because he said he's doing well. Move it to the side and continue our process.
I pay what, almost like $2,000 a month in ads for Google, and I'm paying another like 800 for Yelp. So what's
your return on ad spend on those $2,000? How much?
Bro, that's the thing, dude. I do everything by myself. Like, I don't even know. I don't know how much I'm making and how much I'm. Wow. I know what's going on.
Good question on this one, Key. I like it. I think maybe there's better questions you could have asked, but it seems like it's pretty clean. Good stuff there.
No, but I mean, I'm not making a lot more than I'm paying now. I'll tell you that. But I'm not good at that kind of shit, dude.
Okay, wow. Okay, so you're spending like 2,000, and maybe you're making.
Maybe no, I'm spending more than that. Like maybe like 2,500 a month, and maybe even some months even more.
How much is the business doing right now?
Like how much do you think I'm bringing in a month?
Yeah, exactly.
Last month I brought in the month before last I brought in like 25,000.
Okay. And where would you ideally want to be? I know you said you're pretty content now, but
dude, I want to make like at least $1,000 a day, if not more. You know.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, if you're making 25,
I know I can do more than that. I know I can do more than that.
We just had someone hit 90K, his first 90K month with actually no ads. If you're doing 25K right now, our next episode.
I did that 1 month, bro.
Okay, so what is it on average like?
So okay, on average probably on average, that's the thing. I don't even know, bro. Like I would say on average probably like 12,000.
12,000. Okay.
And that's just a guess. I don't know. It could be more. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. And then ideally you'd want to be at 30K consistent, like no lower than 30K.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. And I guess
we have a problem. Why is the gap so high? What we need to do also is we need to reframe the 25K as lucky.
Yeah, wait, you're saying the gap's so high, the goal? Because he actually ups the goal. He's like 30s, like I want to make 50 after I say that.
I'm saying 30s are great. Yeah, 30 is great to start. I don't even if you didn't go beyond that, 30 is great. That's more than double his average of 12. So I'm saying we have a gap now. That's good. We have 30 versus 12. 50 is even better, sure. Right. So what I want to know now is why he hasn't hit 50, because he's been doing this a year and a half, and we've seen people who have ramped up very quickly. What's held him back from getting to 50K months or 30K months, 50K months so far? Why has he only hit 25K months?
Right.
He's going to have data because he's in the game. He probably doesn't know all of his data, but he's going to have context. He's not like pure biz op. He's in this game. So you could ask him better questions.
Why is that important for you to scale up to that number?
I don't know, because I just know I could.
Oh, yeah. I don't like this question now. Why is it important for you to scale up to that number? Because I don't know in his mind right on this call, right in this moment, how important it is for him to scale up to that number versus his own personal outcomes and achievements with junk removal. They're slightly different. They're not the same. There's nuance. Him trying to hit 30K, why is that number so important to you? He's not going to have a lot of driver behind that. He will not. Like, why that number? But the outcome of what that number will give him, or what 30, 50K will give him, that's interesting. So where does that question come from? Where does that answer come from? Excuse me.
Just asking him, so when you hit this 30K, like what will that allow you?
No, it's a different one. Arjun, I had mentioned it earlier. Did you hear it, Arjun? Top of the call, I mentioned it. It was like one of the first questions I said we should ask him.
Oh, yeah, the crossroads.
No, not that either. No one got it? Why is he running the junk removal business? Why did he start a year and a half ago?
Right. Okay. Yeah,
right?
that's a really good question to get the holy
Because
grail.
we need the person's whole motivation. We need the motivation they have for taking this set of actions for the mechanism.
Yeah.
We have to have the motivation.
Okay. Yeah, I like
Because
that
the
a lot.
the motivation reveals what?
The holy grail.
The motivation is the holy grail, but that reveals what?
What they are lacking right
PUG.
now.
The pain, yes. The problem, pain,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. Right.
So the problem for this guy is going to be why he can't scale, like what that is that's been preventing him from scaling for the last year and a half. All right. And the pain is going to be what he is lacking personally by not scaling it up.
Okay.
The problem you're solving is the company level, the mechanism is the problem you're solving. The pain is going to be the consequence to him in the present of not having achieved that.
Right.
It's going to be hard to get that because he's super positive. He's not very negative.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to sneak it in there. The way it probably would sound is, I don't know why he wants to do this, but I'm going to make up some bullshit. And for you, Jason, bro, why are we in junk removal? What triggered you to say I'm going to lean into this and get in this? Let's say I'm going to make up a story about him. Well, I was a car mechanic for 6 years all my life. I did a tour. I used to serve in the military, and I did I was a mechanic, and just my daughter was born. Me and my girl, we had a kid, and I just decided, like, for me, I want to kind of build something on my own, build a business. So I decided to go all in on this last year, and I quit my job actually a year ago, about 6 months after I started, because I was getting some work and things were picking up. Okay, great. When you say, like, you, your daughter leave something behind, so tell me more about that. What is it you're trying to, I guess, leave behind? What are you trying to build? You see how now we're in it. It's personal. We're not at future pace yet. We're just in the present still. Like, what's the driver behind it? What are you trying to build? What was motivating you to go on a business still? Because that's unique.
Right.
I'm not going to keep going into scripting because I want to go here and review this. But if I want to figure out his drivers and motivations, we don't have that yet. Because the moment you figure out someone's drivers and motivations, you unlock the personal load.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
To do that. I'm just, yeah, dude. I know I could do more. It's just I'm not doing like I was. I don't know, man. Yeah.
What would that
I don't
do
know.
for you?
I don't even know which. Like, I'm not the best at this shit, dude. Like,
He doesn't even have he can't answer the question because he doesn't. It's not so important for him to scale up to that number. That's why. I'm not saying he doesn't have motivation, but that number is not that important to him. I don't think that he has it on a whiteboard like, I will make 30 or 50K.
Yeah.
like, I know I could do way fucking better, dude. I know I can. It's just, yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know.
So if you're at around, let's say, average 12K a month right now, and you want to be at 30K, what do you feel is preventing from that happening? What are the bottlenecks?
I just gotta get my I don't know. I gotta get my shit in front of more people to know what I offer.
Yeah.
Challenge him right now. He's cooked. He's absolutely cooked. This is a logical fallacy. He said that he has a lot of work right now. I'm confused.
So I should call him out on that.
We know what it is, though. We know the problem is he's not charging enough, probably getting bigger deals. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Is that what it is? That's what it ends up being?
Yeah, he's not getting like big jobs. Yeah, the high ticket.
Yeah. He's cleaning out grandma's garage. That's the problem. No more grandma garages. We want to get to offices and clean for some capitalists. Arjun's nodding. Arjun can feel it. Yeah. Should we get a chant going? No more grandmas. No more grandmas. Okay. All right. But that's what it is. Yeah. So what we need to do here is catch this logical fallacy immediately as it's happening. Because you see, he says, I need more people. So then explain. You have him right here, bro. You have it right here.
I just gotta get my I don't know. I gotta get my shit in front of more people to know what I offer.
Yeah.
You're spending more than $2,500 a month on Google. You're also, I think you mentioned just some Yelp stuff, and I'm sure you have other ways of acquisition. And you mentioned to me that you have jobs in the calendar, and you're filling up with jobs, brother. So just to help me clear up, because I'm a little confused. Are you not getting in front of enough people now? It seems like you have work. You mentioned you're getting work every day. So tell me more about the conflict here. Right? Just seems super confused, because I am confused, but I know we've done enough of these calls to know what the answer is going to be.
Right.
But you be confused and then go from there. This is a fun call. I love this offer, man.
I know. I'm enjoying it.
We got to get. It
They're
sounds like we
making
need to
some
get your
money,
ad ROS.
the
Like
hell?
You say what?
They're making some decent money with like junk removal. I was not expecting for him to say like 30,000. What the fuck?
Yeah. Could be
crazy.
interesting for me to look at buying a junk removal business in the US. I wonder. After I scale up our ads. Which are we launching now? Husham, press go and everything.
return on ad spend a lot.
Good luck, guys. We have this intimate group. We're about to scale this bitch up.
Jeez.
Ben's gonna be like, I missed the days when it was just us 6. Now there's 100 people. Don't worry, you guys will always get my time. We won't do that. Never.
Higher than it is right now. And you're saying just more leads?
Yeah, I just need to get, I want more. Yeah, I just need to get my product in front of people more, more people.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So what is,
So I think that was a big missed opportunity, bro. I think this was a
I
big missed opportunity here.
I was definitely a little lost. Yeah.
okay. So what have you been doing other than ads?
I put signs all over town, I haven't been doing that much lately. I haven't, but when I do that, I get a lot of business off my signs, dude. I mean, I get a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't been doing that lately.
Okay.
Why
Okay.
not?
So yeah, what are you guys? So if you
God damn it, Key. Don't let him off the hook, brother. Why not? Why have you not been doing it lately?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't like the okay here. Usually I'm good with like your okays, but this one I don't like. What's the reason
I
you just
didn't
did it?
know
when
where
you
to
just thought it was
go.
okay?
I didn't know where to go. So when he said, go up a little bit, when he said, yeah, he needs to get his shit in front of more people. Like, what would you have said right there?
Well, you kind of already let it go here because I told you I would have challenged him on what he had mentioned before that he has work.
Right.
But if you didn't do that, it's fine. You're still okay. You're not cooked. But this.
I just need to get, I want more. Yeah, I just need to get my product in front of people more, more people.
And what have you been doing to try to make that happen? Like, what have you tried to do just marketing wise to get more volume? And then he said the signs and haven't been doing it lately. I want to know why he stopped.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to source a problem from somewhere.
Yeah, I see.
So yeah, what do you guys? So if you don't do ads, you said someone made $90,000 off of no ads.
Yes, that was all organic and SEO, a lot of Google and stuff like that.
Yeah, SEO. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you're already doing ads and you're already seeing, some success with it, we want to come in there and audit your whole process and make sure that you're getting the most return on your ad spend for every dollar that you're putting in there. You're getting the most return on that, right?
Yeah. I think was it you that I was talking to a couple months ago that I can't remember. Was it you that have I talked to you guys before?
You weren't on the offer.
Yeah, it was probably Ryan.
And he was talking to me about, I think it's like $700 a month for you guys to take care of my Yelp ads and my Yelp. Is that the price range that you get it costs? It's like 700, right?
We do a full like systematic operation system on your business where we're not just touching the ads, man. We want.
All right. So what I feel, Key, is that he's kind of putting you to sleep because he's not following like the traditional prospect path who sits and listens. He also doesn't have any ego. This guy is a good prospect. He's not operating from ego. I think that he kind of just wants to get down to business and skip some of the fluff, but not from an egoic place. I think that this dude has just got his head all over the place, to be honest, and is just trying a bunch of things and probably is a hustler. I mean, you can see certain people in archetypes. That's what I feel from him. So you got to run your call still. You have to still run the call. So what we need, if the 700 thing, to be honest, this sounds crazy, guys, and I'm not telling you to use this line, but if he said to me, is this 700, I would do the opposite. I would say, oh, absolutely not, man. We scale and grow your entire business. You don't pay us 700, way more than that. It's not like 20K or something. Don't worry, we're not going to break the bank and go homeless doing this, but we want to make you a bunch of money. Like, we're going to make you a lot of money, and as we do for all of our top clients. So, it's a couple grand. But before I go to like more stuff about us, I need to know more about your business and just your vision, brother, and what you're trying to execute on. So tell me more about what you've done to try to, I guess, grow volume wise and bring in more leads. You mentioned posters and signs. Why have you stopped doing that? Right. Something like that. Get back on process. Okay. But I feel like you're getting kind of thrown around a little bit here.
You want to look at everything. Do you have a team in place right now?
I don't, bro. It's all me. I do everything by myself.
Working a week?
Huh?
How many hours are you working a week?
That's the thing too. Like, not even that many, bro. Like, when I go out to do a job, or jobs, I bust them out so quick. Like, yeah, dude. I have my days are open, bro. Because the jobs that I do get, I bust them out quick. Like, say like I get 2 or 3 jobs in one day. Like, I'll be done by like 12.
Okay. What size jobs are you wanting?
I'll take whatever size job I can get.
Okay. Have you been getting bigger jobs or?
I get like one good one a month, bro.
Okay. How many?
Like one big one, like quarter houses. Yeah, I don't get very many, but I mean, I am getting like full loads. Like, I probably do like 6 full loads a week.
Okay. What do you feel like is preventing you from consistently landing those?
Like I said, like, I'm just not getting that. People aren't calling like they should be,
Okay. I'm just taking some notes. Okay. So I guess, how long has it been like this? How long have you been trying to solve these bottlenecks right here?
I'm just like, I feel like I'm stuck in the same little. I mean, I feel like it starts like 1 month it starts to get really better, and I think that things are gonna be good, and then next month it slows down. And then but it's starting to pick up though, because like I said, like so last month I went ahead and I hired someone. I was doing all my Google ads myself. Like I was doing all right, dude.
Do you see how all this information was available at the top of the call? Like this exact thing was available in the subtext.
Yeah.
Can you guys see it? Can everyone see it? How in the first couple statements we've analyzed, all this real stuff he's giving now was available at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Right? It was available in the language. The thing is, Key, you have to like interact with it and use it when it comes up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When that information presents itself, you have to use it and act on that information specifically.
Mm-hmm.
It's a non-negotiable. And that one thing is going back to what I told you, I think maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago when we spoke, was getting more of that punch in your language and your words. I need to see more of a what's the right word I want to use here? Not a snippet. I want to see more of a kick in your language, like hey, tell me about that for a second, bro, or challenge. Why did that not happen?
Yeah.
Why isn't that happening? I need more negatively framed questions from you. I don't get a lot of that. Your questions are very positive. Like he tells you, I'm doing 25K. He said, I did 25K. And we just take it at face value. Find a way to challenge it and expose it. Are you doing 25K every month? Or is that a thing that's just happened recently? Right? Because we're missing that right now. You're meeting people where they're at and taking them kind of at face value. And I don't like that. I need to see an assertiveness from you. I want you to role play it. One of the ways you can do that now is by role playing it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to knock out like 10 role plays a week or something. You're on and off for focus on that. But I do want you to do before like the next elite session next week. I would love if you could knock out with maybe some of the boys here, or whoever else in protocols, even ex-students, 2 role plays specifically where you're actively calling out negatives or things that may be problematic in someone's process or in their results.
Okay. Got it.
Does that make sense? Because we're missing that right now. You're letting things go and they're escaping you. I'll tell you one more thing, Keith. I want to give you some like proper training on this for a sec. We'll look at a little more of this call, and then we'll look at what Ben's got, because I can see already the structurally why this isn't closing. But one more thing, Keith. I want you to start to like look for bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird exercise. I'm giving this to you because I think you very much don't do this.
Yeah.
I want you to start looking for bullshit and start looking for language that doesn't make sense. Language where it's like you're not just doing okay. This doesn't make sense. You need to prove to me that you're doing okay. And if I see you're not, then I'm gonna sell you and close you because we can make you money. I need you to embody that energy and hold like that space here and then deliver it. Because right now it's not there. Right now you're kind of showing up like consultant, taking what they give you. Right. I want you to be more of a creator and a skeptic going into the calls.
Yeah. Okay. So the biggest kind of mistake right here is I didn't get the motivation, and I didn't call him out on the fact that he said he's doing good and now he's saying he's not.
Correct. So there was a lot of language where he's just giving you all these things that are not necessarily true. Like, I'm doing good, I'm not doing good. Like, he's saying a bunch of things and you're just like, okay, got you, man. Tell me how's marketing going.
Yeah.
Like and he'll be like, marketing is going well, man. I mean, there's certain things that we're trying to get better at. Okay, cool. And then what else are you doing? Like, no, if he's certain things we're trying to get better at, what are the things you want to get better at? Where are you failing?
Right. Just get to it.
Like, let's attack it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Michelle, go ahead.
Yeah, I have 2 questions. One's a quick one. Would you call it out the fact that he's like walking around and not actually focused, or is that bullshit? No, that doesn't really matter.
I thought about it. There's really 2 ways of going about it. You could call it out. Yeah, I'll look at your call, Michelle. You could call it out. I'm not against you calling it out. I don't.
But it's not that big of a deal, right?
It's not that big of a deal because he is present and he is locked in. These are always hard ones. I've closed people who were like sitting on break, like a work break, and they were outside in the park sitting.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of sounds, Michelle. I don't know if it's on your end or something, but I'm guessing people are talking already, probably. Yeah. So in this situation, if it keeps happening, maybe I would, but you need to make it chill. You can't do it from a place of ego. Like, hey, bro, please sit still, because that's how we do the calls. Maybe I would do it kind of like, brother, you're walking around a lot. It's like making me dizzy. Be able to lock in just a little bit more, just still, and it, like put a smile on my face and then go from there. You know, that's my thoughts on it. I don't really have a great answer. I don't think there's one way it has to be.
Right. And the other question is, I face the same struggle when I have a very positive prospect. So like they feel everything is okay, even though they recognize the problem, they have a good way to deal with it, like mentally. How, like, what's your thought process to get more into the negatives? I mean, you already covered the crossroads question, but is there something else I could try to do, maybe?
Yeah, it's the why behind it. If you understand the why behind what they're trying to attain, and then we know that they haven't attained it, that opens up the negative for you. But you have to go into the drivers, the things that make them want to achieve change. Who are they doing it for? Why are they doing it? It could be for them too, for their own reason. Don't force it. So if he's like, yeah, dude, it's just for me, don't go like, oh, do you have a wife that you want to do it for too? No, he didn't say his wife. He said it's for him. So when you say for you, what does that mean? I want to retire early. Oh, beautiful, dude. Are you on track to do for an early retirement now? I guess the way things are. No, I'm not. Well, what do you feel is missing? See, we're being paid that way, right?
Gotcha.
That's
So mainly
the why. The why desire is always going to expose the negative, because whatever they desire, that means they don't have it.
yeah, that was my note. So like finding the drivers, and that is going to expose you the lacks, the problems, then you dig into that.
Correct.
Appreciate it.
And there's a separation between the problems they have with the mechanism and the problems they have with the Holy Grail, right? So if someone says, I want to do this so I can retire, let's say retire my girlfriend and go travel with her, right? That is going to be different than the problems he has as a trader. Those won't be the same thing. The problem he has with trading is different. So this guy's problems, maybe he's like, I want to homeschool my daughter and move to a farm. Random example, right? Him being able to do that, he's going to need, how much will you need to do that? I'll need to be profiting 20K per month. Okay, right now you're not profiting that. So now we have a problem, right? Pain in the now. Why are you going to homeschool her? Well, because the way the world's going, I grew up in nature. We grew up raising farm animals when I was a kid. That's something that's always meant a lot to me. Right now we have more context. And then in terms of junk removal, then what do you feel is holding you back from growing it? We know we'll have the conversation around junk removal, the business. That's also a problem. But it's attached to his driver and his why. Clear? Same for you, Ben. This is big for you. That why on these calls. Like why? What's the driver? What's the reason? Cool. You and Key should make some money today. Both you guys.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I know that more customers I serve, you know, like, bro, I don't know.
And if, well, you said you don't, what's the reason that you're really looking to like get help now though, instead of pushing it back?
What do you mean?
Yeah, like you can continue doing, on average 12K a month for the next.
But see, even here, Key, look.
Like, I don't know if I'm on the right track and if it's just going to get better with time. I don't know. Like, I mean, I know that more customers I serve, you know, like, bro, I don't know.
See, even there's a moment to expose something. This call is very weak now because it's been a lot of I don't know and a lot of bullshit from him. And again, he's not bullshitting in bad faith. It's just been a lot of nonsense. So even now, Key, here's a space where you could push back, right? Not push back in bad faith, but just push back and expose something. The response could be
like, I mean, I know that more customers I serve, you know, like, bro, I don't know.
If you're having these up and down cycles in the business, though, Jason, where you're like stuck at 12, like you had a random 25K, sure, and I credit to you for that, but like you stuck at these up and down cycles. Are you actually going to be able to serve more customers? Are you going to be able to hit the dream, hit the like the freedom goals and scale it up if it's consistently inconsistent? Or what do you think about that? You see, that's a challenge. I'm not letting him go with just that's all good. And here you're kind of not doing that. You're just going on like the easier side of the process. Why do you want help now though? But there's no challenge.
Right.
Okay. Let's check what Michelle sent. Ben, you have to dip, right? Yeah, Armani, I can look at your call. Just send it to me privately here.
I got one question before I go.
Yeah, easy.
So it's not like the most clear when I'm getting on these calls if they're complete beginner or they already have a junk removal business. So how do I ask that question at the top of the call without them just going in a whole rant? Because I feel like if I ask that, they're just like, they're telling me about the whole business and where they're at. I just want to know if you guys just started or like you guys are wanting to start or you guys been going.
I would just ask it directly. Just ask it.
Okay.
if you're struggling with that question. But wouldn't it become apparent if you're like, what are you hoping to achieve? And they tell you some context like Jason did on this call. I thought it was pretty clear that he's not a beginner.
Yeah.
Unless you're saying
Okay.
most people don't answer that way. Like, what else are they saying? How would you not know from asking, what do you want to achieve? If they say, well, I'm trying to break in and get my first couple clients, a beginner. If he says, well, really our goal is growth over the next year. We've done well last year, but we're trying to grow, not a beginner.
Yeah, I guess so. And then just go
And if
straight
you're
into
not
like,
clear, if you're still not clear and it's still ambiguous, you could just ask real quick, man. Or is this your first time going in junk and mover and you're just starting, or you already have an operation and you're trying to build it up? Done.
okay, got it. Cool.
Cool. All right, let's see what we got. What is this, Sarmai?
Yeah.
You hit a point.
To give some
Bro,
context.
this
Oh, go
girl.
ahead.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
Real, Armani,
No, go ahead.
very quick and concise, because we're looking at Michelle's call, but I want to hear what happened. Tell me.
Okay, so this girl, bro, I was cooking her. I got to a point like where she's like, "Oh, my competitors are doing more than I'm like, you didn't adapt with them," and bro, she went fucking, she got angry, bro, like angry. So I want to show you this call because I don't know if I could have done something better.
Okay.
Let's go. This one, 2K PIF, easy breezy, no hard conversations, just useful insights and helping this dude make some money. Let's dive into it.
Hey, that's the energy we need, Michelle. That fired all of us up.
Hello,
Look
hello.
at Husham. He's happy here.
I didn't remember I did it, yeah, but it helps me get
Hello, Michael,
relaxed
can
for
you
the
hear me?
call. I do, yes. I just cannot see you.
I can't turn on my camera at this moment, sorry.
What are you doing, brother?
Nothing starts really bad. Yeah, it's
Uh,
just light over here, bro.
sorry, what was that? Can you repeat?
There's not much light over here, actually.
Okay, I mean, it would just be really better to see something else rather than my beautiful face. Do you think you can maybe like go to a better lighting or just use your phone?
I'll try, okay.
Much better. How are you doing, G? Nice to meet you.
I'm doing all good, man. How about you?
Bro thought he could escape without putting his face on camera. It's crazy. It's hilarious.
Doing amazing, doing amazing. I actually was just speaking for my colleague. I think you guys went through the DMs on Discord, right?
Yep. Yep.
Awesome. So, brother, of course, I want to respect both for times here. I already know they were looking for some sort of help. The way I like to run this conversation, super simple, super straightforward. I want to precisely understand the challenge they're facing right now, where do you want to be in terms of trading, and I mean, if that sounds something.
All right, so I'll start this way, okay? So,
What do you think, just so I can have a better understanding, what do you think you are looking for right now in terms of trading? Like, what do you want to be?
right now, I need a strategy. Like, I'm actually profitable, but not consistently profitable.
Really?
I am having some gaps in my understanding. So I'm expecting someone to fill those gaps, and I need a perspective to view the market. So, I don't feel like I'm guessing it, but I actually know what's happening and what's going to happen. You
I
get
see.
what I mean, right?
Yes. When you say like you are lacking some sort of strategy to have the consistency, how much are you bringing on average, like per month basis?
How much am I making? Is that your question?
Yeah, from trading specifically.
So I'm making around like 300-ish per day, but that's not consistent, right? $300 per day, but
Okay.
that's not consistent, and I'm struggling with
Do you have an
payouts
idea
on
of
the
how
top
much
front.
you made last month, like in total?
In total, it was just around $500.
That could be trouble. Okay. And how long have you been
Yeah,
trading for?
I've been trading different markets actually, but in the future space, it's been
Where did you hear this sentence? That could be trouble, Michelle.
From one sales call, yeah. I used
Where did you hear it?
I don't remember. I think was from a guy called Harry Savage, probably. But I have a quick
Okay.
question about this introduction, because when people already like trade,
Yeah.
I have this desire to go into breaking down the numbers straight away without actually asking nothing about drivers and so on. Is that like makes
You don't
sense to
need
do that, or
yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I wouldn't ask their drivers immediately. You don't need
okay?
to. You need to get their drivers at some point, but you don't need to start off asking their drivers.
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Trading different markets actually, but in the future space, it's been around just like
So the one thing we're missing though here is a gap, because you're saying what he's doing, like he made 500, and then we want to figure out where he wants to be ultimately, so that we can establish you're here, you want to be there. So we've missed that so far. I mean, it's okay if you get there, but we need that.
wasn't doing it professionally. It was like a side job.
Now, is it your full-time job or still like trying to transition?
It's around 300 to 350-ish something.
Okay. So, and prior to that, do you have an idea?
No, I don't really remember, but it was really less, I would say.
So we are running like lower than 1,000 per month typically.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And you mentioned that you started to actually do this professionally 6 months ago. Is that right?
Wasn't doing it professionally. It was like a side job.
Now, is it your full-time job or still like trying to transition?
I'm still trying to transition now.
I see. Mainly because the money probably is not enough, right?
Exactly. I get it.
Yeah. And in terms of like having the strategy, maybe like having the system where you can rely on and I mean have the consistency, what do you think you could be making by having that in place? Like realistically, how much do you think?
If I be realistic, I can actually get around like 2,500 or something like that. But you know, by copy trading, I can even make around 10,000. I believe
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's more than doable.
You know,
The
I've been
2,500 is more
following
like a humble goal, right?
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. No, there's no shame in being ambitious, dude. You just need to back
Yeah,
yourself up, right? So you think you could at least hit the 5 figures with like
So around now is the time where I would start to go into personal drivers, because we've established like future goal, which is 10K. We've established, and one more thing, you asked him what does he think he can be making. That's different than saying what do you want to make. It's not the same. So just from a language standpoint, watch that. It's not going to kill your call, but it makes the call stronger if it's how much do you want to make. Because you said, how much could you be making by having systems in place we want? How much would you like to make at the end of it, like ultimately? Okay, just watch that. And what we could use now is drivers. Why are you getting into trading in the first place? What are you looking for out of trading specifically? His actual driver for doing the action, taking the action, doing the thing.
so a there's no quick shame in thing being on the ambitious, language. dude. You just need to back Instead of asking how much do you feel like you could be making, you just ask straight away how much do you want to be making. That
How
is
much
like
would
the
you like?
small
Yeah, would you
difference.
like to make? Because it's the difference is desire versus possibility. We don't want it to be
Yeah.
anchored to what is possible. We want it to be anchored onto what is desired.
Okay. Yeah, that clarifies.
The difference makes sense. Yeah.
Back
Yeah,
yourself up, right? So you think you could at least hit the 5 figures with like the proper strategy in place, right? But
Exactly.
that's a difference of almost like $9,000, let's say, right? And when did you notice the lack of strategy was an issue for you?
I noticed it a few months ago when, you know, I thought that I can't really figure out what's going on in the markets right now and what move.
Is that audio coming from your end? And
Jesus
this is- or
Christ.
his?
I don't know, but I think it's mine. Now I understand what you
Yeah.
told me about it. Yeah.
It'll be better now because you put on the Zoom settings. You should, yeah.
That's
you know
crazy.
now.
Probably mine because there is a school of small kids right next.
Oh, are
right
you
next.
serious? Oh.
Move
Yeah.
do I need to take? Where do I exactly enter? Like I know all the concepts, you know, FPGs, everything, ranges, everything, but I just
When
can't
did you
know where do I
notice?
enter.
Was like beginning of the year, January, February?
No, it was during this wartime actually, war news and all. The markets were really,
So
you know,
in May?
can say in around April to May-ish.
Okay, so 2 months ago. Right.
That's when, you know, I started to feel like nothing's in my control. I really can't make money off the markets.
Yes. And you're smart for like looking for some help because some people they realize
So I'm curious where you're going to go here, Michelle, because what we need, like the call is okay right now, but we need connected to, I feel like I'm not in control and I can't win in the markets. What downside does that have to him personally? And so far, it's 6 minutes in, we haven't established a personal driver for him being a trader, which we do need to get because again, it's B2C. You need to know him personally. And if you're selling B2B, it needs to be what's the motivation for the business to implement these changes now, just so you have context in our mind. All right. So we need that personal driver now. We don't have it. It's not too late. You can still get it. But let's see.
realize they have some sort of issue happening in their trades, but they keep telling themselves they need to figure it by then on, you know? But if you think about like successful people, like successful traders, entrepreneurs,
Exactly.
athletes, even, they all had a mentor, you know, like I had my own
Exactly.
mentors, like there's no way for you to figure everything by yourself.
Okay. So I don't know why you're doing this. I've
That's
heard
not
this
useful,
scripting
right?
before on Instagram. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not really useful. The reason is this sounds like JP, the guy from JP Egan.
Probably. I had a bunch of, different guys. I was
So-
taking things up.
The scripting itself, by the way, is not bad. You just don't need to use it now because he hasn't said that he doesn't want to mentor. You know what I mean? He's not hinting that I want to do it all by myself. He has not hinted that at all. He hasn't even displayed any indicator of that. So you're kind of throwing in like a frame on it for no reason when you're just burning a few seconds. And then he's going to answer that, which is not going to be very helpful. It's not bad, by the way. It's not like it's making the call worse. It just it has no effect because he never said he's against having a mentor. We don't need to do it. So what I would do instead, here's my scripting, what I would want to go with.
I started to feel like nothing's in my control. I really can't make money off the markets.
Yeah.
Yes. And
when you say can't make money off the markets, what was the whole reason you started trading anyway? Tell me more about you. Like, are you working a job or what do you do? What's your situation as it relates to personal life? And then I would ask if he says, yeah, I'm an engineer. Maybe he's an engineer or something right now. Like I'm an engineer. Yes, I'm stereotyping. Okay, guys. Okay, no one's okay. All right. So if he's like wants to get out of engineering, right, and go and do trading full time, right? Then there we go. We have a driver. So you want to get out of engineering, or you wanted to do trading on the side of engineering, or eventually you'd love to do this full time? I want to do it full time. What don't you like about engineering? Why not just stay in engineering? Now we have a problem. Pain attached to trading as well. All right.
Quick question.
You get the
One
idea?
of yes, yeah, and that's helpful. One of the scripts I have in my head, like as the Frankenstein, I'm trying to unlearn and actually follow a strict process, is digging into their pain with their job. So like we go
Okay.
really deep in if you like it, how long have you working there? What's the good part? What's the bad part? Does that make
Yeah.
sense? All in that scenario of him already started to trade? Like
Yeah,
should
that
I
makes
go
sense.
to their route?
Well,
Makes sense?
I wouldn't. I don't know if I would say how long have you been working there, but I would go into what don't you like about the job and what's frustrating you about the job. 100%.
Gotcha. Yeah, because then you find the drive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
You're smart for like looking for some help because some people they realize they have some sort of issue happening in their trades, but they keep telling themselves they need to figure it out, you know. But if you think about like successful people, like successful traders, entrepreneurs,
Exactly.
athletes, even they all had a mentor.
What I
Like,
want you to do, Michelle, I'm going to give you an exercise. I want you to do something. It's very simple. I just want you to start thinking in terms of a checklist, like thinking in terms of problem, urgency, gap. That's it. Problem. So problem, pain. Problem is 2. It's like P squared. Problem and pain. Urgency, trigger to do this now. And then gaps, then versus now, positive and negative. Future pace, consequence, desire, fear. Those are all the same thing. Positive, negative gaps. Future versus present. Does that make sense when I say that? Positive and negative? Like what you don't want to happen, what you do want to happen.
yes, and you're telling me to go through the checklist during my discovery. So make sure I
Yes.
have the problem, the urgency,
Correct.
and the gaps.
Because what I see happening, you actually have very good call control, which is a great thing. Like you're at like the opposite of Key. Key has very poor call control, but his process is quite strong. He's also been training with us for some time. His process is good. Like he gets to where he needs, but his call control, he just kind of goes anywhere. Your call control is very sharp. Like you're like hitting him with things and just aggressively getting to where you want to go, but where you want to go just isn't great. So I need you to increase almost like your sales IQ of understanding what someone needs, when, and what kind of conversations we want to have. Okay. So it's problem, urgency, gap. And those things are generally going to happen in that order. Sometimes I'll go gap early, like I'll go a negative gap early, potentially. Like as an example, if he says, yeah, the job is frustrating because I don't like management and a lot of people are getting laid off. Then I could go over the next 5 to 6 years. How old are you? He's 26. Okay, going into your 30s, do you feel then like you have job security based on these layoffs? No, I don't. What would happen if you went into your 30s without having job security? What would your personal downside be? We're in that's a consequence state immediately. All right. And you can get that in the first 10 minutes. All right. But I want you thinking, what am I getting? Am I in a problem pain? Am I in an urgency or am I in gaps? Okay. Let's play ball. Let's see.
There's no way for you to figure everything by yourself, at least without the proper time. And I mean, we
Exactly.
are both here trying to get the best of all time. So that's a smart move, dude. And in terms of like having this issue with the strategy, do you think it's mainly the strategy or there's some side of psychology running a play here? Is mainly the strategy or there's some sort of psychology problem?
I do think it's 20% of psychology as well. But yeah, mostly it's
what you need to do here, and I learned this when I was coaching Charlie, and then Charlie built on it like way more than I did because he's the sales manager of a trading offer. Well, probably one of your competitors, Jade Cap.
No, really. I'm not a big trader guy. I just like have
sure. But you just close, yeah, you just sell. Cool. He's the Jade Cap sales manager. So look, what you want to do, frame the psychology problem as the strategy itself. I know that in trading, they count them as separate, like their psychology and their strategy. I wouldn't ask him and try to hunt for the psychology side. Like, do you think it could be psychology? Because then you'll just get a poor answer like this. I think it's 20%, which means that now when you pitch, and I'm sure in your pitch, there's a lot on psychology because that's a huge reason for why a lot of these guys don't succeed in trading. So now, because he's in like, it's not really the psychology that devalues a lot of your offer, which means you'll get people saying, I just need a couple strategy tips and tricks. I don't need the whole macro picture. So I wouldn't want to go this place. I would want to get personal. We haven't gotten personal yet.
There's some sort of psychology problem.
I do think it's 20% of psychology as well. But yeah, mostly it's, I'm trying to figure out, like, I do revenge trade sometimes. And also when there's a loss, I can't cope up with it. So next day I go on a losing streak. That's one aspect of psychology.
The psychology problems, they stem from not having confidence in the strategy?
Exactly. That's what I'm facing. Now you get me.
You could reframe it. You could say then in fact, I think that would mean that the psychology would be an even bigger part. The strategy is a root that affects the way that you perform in the markets consistently. So what we see generally is the bigger part actually is the psychology, but it starts from the root. The stem is the strategy. Or how do you feel on that, Yash? He'll concede. He'll agree. Make sense?
Yes. Now reviewing the call, like I'm trying to understand where I was going to. I think I was trying to create some doubt in their process, in his process, you know. So I'm trying to create the gap, but in his process.
He already has doubt in this process because he said he doesn't have a good strategy. So he already has doubt. What I need to figure out is why he's so inconsistent and why he feels he's inconsistent. The doubt is already there. I just need to figure out what the doubt is.
Yeah,
not
and also
necessarily
get more
create the doubt.
personal.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
And in terms of maybe like the strategy specifically, what have you been doing to maybe get a better one so far, like over the last 2 months?
I've been like, what is the exact question? Can you again?
Yeah, like what have you been attempting to get better in terms of your own strategy? Like have you maybe like tried to find someone that could help, maybe studying, what have you
Okay.
been doing?
I get it. So I'm trying to make my strategy as mechanical as possible to eliminate the psychology part.
Yeah.
And it's been helping. Like it's helped not much, but you can say 5 to 10% only.
What do you mean not much?
I have been able to cut out the revenge trade part, which I'm doing. I've been trying to journal as well. So yeah, I'm reducing the number of revenge trades I took. And recently, the past week was kind of consistent for me, but I don't really know if it would be in the future. So I don't have that kind of confidence, you know?
Yeah. And how long have it been not enough for you? I mean, you started 2 months ago to notice this problem. What is the timeline of you trying to do something and understanding, okay, this is not working at the level that I want?
It was a month ago or so. I've been trying to hop from one strategy to another, but can't really find myself. I really need like a mentor or something, as you mentioned, because I don't want to waste more of my time doing this.
Do you feel like if you keep doing the things that you're running right now, in terms of like mechanizing the strategy, you are gonna get to the point that you want to make like the 10K per month at the speed that you want to, or you might need to maybe change a few things?
I might not reach at full speed, but yeah, eventually over 1 or 2 years, I can reach it.
Yeah, but I'm asking more in terms of like timeline. Do you think you will be able to reach the 10K per month at the timeline you want, or you need to maybe like do a few changes? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I do need to make a few changes, and the timeline would of course be much extended. You can't reach it fast like I am expecting
And
now.
what's your timeline, if you had to think about it? Like, let's get an ideal place of, or you're making the 5 figures already. For you, how much would be an ideal transition time? Like 6 months, 12 months, what are we talking?
Ideally, it would be 6 months.
So this is interesting, right? Here, when you
I'm
go,
using
you feel
parts
like
of
you
your
need-
script, by the way, if you
Yeah,
notice.
of course. Yeah, I know. When it's good. When you ask, do you feel like you need to make changes? How do you feel? He actually responds in a way that we don't like, obviously. He says, I would get there at the top one. He said eventually over 1 or 2 years. I would probably challenge it. I would ask him, I would go like, how confident are you for certain that you'll get there in 1 to 2 years? Like realistically, if you keep having these inconsistencies, how confident are you that without mentorship, without making changes, you'll get there, you'll just get there in 1 to 2 years? You know how long people have been trying to trade? Like with people that we see who are in the market for 5, 6 years and don't get to where they want, and they stay in up and down cycles of 1,000, 2,000, or negative months. Why? Or not even why. What's your confidence that actually would happen? And ask him. Maybe he'll give you a solid argument. He'll say, well, because of these reasons, I think that I can do it. And then maybe you have to reframe him, right? On needing help and needing a mentor. Because then you would need to actually reframe on that one. You would actually have to go down that path. I do not believe he would do that though. I think he would concede and say, yeah, it would take more time than I would like, and I don't want to risk that. And then you have the question answered like, yes, I need to make changes, without him qualifying the question poorly. But I thought you handled this quite well, actually. Arjun, go ahead.
Yeah, I had a question about if a prospect does say, yeah, I'll get there in 1 or 2 years eventually, or however long they decide, or however long they said. How can you kind of reframe them into challenging them and getting them to see another perspective? Do you kind of just say, oh, you've been working at it for this X amount of years and you still haven't seen the results you wanted, so why now? Would you kind of go down that path or maybe a different path?
There's a couple of ways you could do it. You could have the argument, or not an argument, but you could talk about the hypothetical, because hypotheticals are very dangerous just in life. Like hypothetically, I could. There's a lot of coulds. But do you want to leave it up to a hypothetical? Is that serving you? Like a hypothetical is I might be able to get there if I keep doing what I'm doing. But do you want to leave it up to a might, or do you want to secure that you will make that happen? Like, is it okay for it to be potentially could, or would you rather it be, yes, I think I will get there? That's one way. And then if they concede, no, I don't want the hypothetical, or I don't want it to be maybe eventually I'll get there. I want it to be, I absolutely will get there. For sure, I'll get there. Then the question is, do you think that there's changes need to be made? Same question again, to be able to secure that future. That's the best way you could do it. Do you want to leave it up to chance and ask them that question? or would you rather have it be secure and predictable? Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
So pretty much just confirm, you're asking if they want to keep as a possibility rather than making sure they have the process, the mentors that is going to make 100% sure to happen.
Correct.
That's how you challenge them.
Correct.
Money will, at
Yeah.
some point you're gonna make it. You're gonna see that's just numbers.
Exactly.
But what do you
Exactly.
want to do? Maybe let's get an ideal place of, you're making the 5 figures already. For you, how much would be an ideal transition time? Like 6 months, 12 months? What are we talking?
Ideally, it would be 6 months because
Mhm.
I am already familiar with all of the concepts. I've been following like MMX Sim, or I've done almost all of his courses, you can say.
Oh, appreciate it.
But yeah, even the NQ one, if you know that, the recent
Appreciate
one.
it, yeah. We put a lot of effort into those. I mean, that's more like
Yeah.
the basics, so it's just like an entry point,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's nice to see
Exactly.
that it's helping, right? And dude, out of curiosity, like that's not related to trading, but since you're not making enough money with it, what do you do for work right now?
I'm doing a job at Discord actually.
Oh, really? How so? Like as a Discord
Yeah,
mod?
I'm a mod at Tradify, the bro firm.
Oh, gotcha. So is that at least related to trading, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for you, like, when you say you want to make these 5 figures, I'm asking because I can see that all my successful mentees, like people who join and actually get better results, they have a real strong why, you know? And when
Yeah.
you envision yourself making that amount of money, like what's
Mhm.
really they were trying to get by having those numbers in your account, you know?
So you're asking why I want it, right?
Yeah, like why have those numbers? Because I mean, at the end of the day, money will, at some
Yeah.
point you're gonna make it. You're gonna see that's just numbers.
Exactly.
But what do you
Exactly.
want to do, maybe?
I really don't want. I really want that freedom, bro. I'm just
Mhm.
tired of this 8-hour job thingy every day, and I really am not, feeling that freedom that I want. I
By the
really,
way, good way of getting that, Michelle. I think you could have gotten it earlier, like I had mentioned, but the way you got it was clean. Like you got it as good as you were going to get it. Good job.
Like you're not having
I'm not always against using like corny scripting because that's scripting I've also heard on Instagram, but you used it very well that time because you needed to use it then. So it was good. Pass.
freedom right now.
because I gotta work my ass off for 8 hours, bro,
8 hours.
and
You're
it's
joking.
really, yeah, exactly. I do have, and I have to put in every second, be in front of the screen every time, and
Just be careful with this, Michelle, because it's kind of bullshit. Like 8 hours, you're joking. That's like a standard workday.
Yeah.
Like if he said 12 hours, that's a little crazy. Like you're joking with 12 hours, but 8 hours is like normal. So
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the like push pull thing, like, oh, that's not true. And then yeah, man, it's really bad, But I see what you're saying.
yeah, there's other ways you could do it. Just make sure it's within reality because some prospects will like feel like that's inauthentic. Again, 8 hours is not a crazy amount of time to work during a day. That's a normal work day.
We do more
As a
than
closer, you're gonna make work more than that. Yeah. Some days you won't, but generally. So I wouldn't probably say that. I would say so 8 hours you have to be like on the laptop working for a company right now. What is and what I guess aspects of freedom do you feel like you don't have? I would go there. I would say in terms of freedom, where do you feel things are missing? All right, that's one path.
how having that routine is maybe affecting the day to day, like how it's taking away, maybe.
What is it taking away from you? Like, what are the things you'd rather be doing instead?
Yeah.
yeah,
How long
that's
have you
pretty
been working
much
that job for?
around 4 or 5 months.
God damn, dude. Do you feel like you having that job right now is affecting other areas of your life, like maybe the personal aspect of it?
It's not. It's making.
So see, this is not a good question because it's too broad. Do you feel like having the job is affecting other areas? How though? It's his job. It's part of his life. Like having the job wouldn't affect other areas because his part of your life is having the job. Does that make sense? The math of it, it wouldn't make sense that the job is affecting anything.
1000%. Yeah, I should go with
If it's
the
weight loss,
routine that he has.
if it's weight loss, and you're like, how is the being overweight been affecting other areas of your life? Great question. Because like being overweight is a thing that affects everything else. But your job doesn't affect unless you're overworked. Remember, this is a principle, guys. Unless like they're in a really bad situation objectively, how has that been affecting other things? So if he said I'm working 12-hour days, then I would say, wow, that's 60 hours a week, brother, or maybe more. Are you doing Saturdays too sometimes? Yeah, I come in on Saturdays. Okay. How is all those hours affecting other areas of your life? Now it will. But if he's working 8 hours a day, that's not going to affect like his girlfriend. I mean, she doesn't understand he has a job. People have jobs, So we need better scripting here. Instead, the scripting would be because he said, I don't have freedom.
Mhm.
So just directly ask so you're working 40 hours a week, dude, doing something you don't love. It sounds like, how is that taking freedom away from you? Like, where do you see that you don't have freedom to do things? So tell me more about that. Direct question.
How is that stopping you to have the freedom they want? Maybe.
but I gave it to you just now. I scripted it. I didn't say how is it stopping you. I still don't like how that sounds even. I was just asking him directly, like, what things can he not do? What things do you want to do? You mentioned freedom. So what I guess, where are you seeing that you don't have freedom exactly? What would you do with that time? What's missing? Any variation of that.
Perfect.
Maybe what's stopping you could be interesting, but watch that. It's a little awkward the way it sounded.
Yeah, I do have to struggle to make a little money. That's not it that I want. Like I don't want to struggle for this much amount of money, bro. If I can get it more easily.
And when you say freedom, I mean, freedom means a lot of different things for different people, right?
Yeah,
For
yeah,
you, like,
yeah.
how does having freedom look like on a day-to-day, maybe?
Day-to-day basis is doing what I feel like without having any obligations to do. You know, like you have to do this today to get this amount of money. You have to, or you know, your life. If you don't do this, your life is
Is
like
that happening
screwed
with
or
you right
something.
now? Like someone telling you to do things on a daily basis?
Yeah, kind of. Also, you know, I wanna, you know, don't rely on my parents' money. Actually, I wanna move out. Actually, so that's one of the reasons as well.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that actually helped me a lot
Yeah.
when I did.
I do wanna
Another,
prove
don't
them
let
as
that
well
go.
that I can be independent. You know. Yeah.
How old
That's
are
it.
you right now?
I'm 21.
21. You are doing the smart thing here, bro. Because I mean, we work more with people like on older demographics.
You lost a window here, brother. A moment right here. Look at this,
Yeah, now
guys.
I
Learn
can
from this.
see.
Look.
Yeah, holy shit. That's the importance of reviewing calls. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna, you know, don't rely on my parents' money. Actually, I wanna move out. Actually, so that's one of the.
So right now you live at home then? Yes. So with the working 8 hours, what do you make at your job right now? I don't know. Is he in India or is he living in the US? I'm guessing US, right?
US, yeah.
Okay. How much do you make right now? I make 2,000 a month. Okay. Is that enough then for you to feel comfortable in moving out of their house right now? No, it's not. Why don't you like living at home? With her, more pain. Why don't you like living at home? Just, I feel it's just like I'm relying on them too much. I don't have the freedom to go to where I want to go. Where are the kind of places you want to go? Just have it right there. No fancy scripting, no, just probing questions. Okay. We need to get less complex, Michelle, actually. Just like pull back the complicated questions.
He pretty much gave the holy grail right now. Like he wants to have this freedom, the independence. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we work more with people like on older demographics. So guys who have different careers, they have different business even. And as I mentioned, like money by itself is just going to be numbers in your account.
This is not a good idea to tell him we work with people that are older demographics. The reason is because he's not older. So I want him to feel like we work with his demographic. Don't bullshit. If you don't work with people who are younger, don't say it. Just don't say it. That makes sense.
Business even. And as I mentioned, like money by itself is just going to be numbers in your account. Like I speak with people that are making 60K per month with their business, but they're still unhappy because they don't have the freedom, And the freedom is something you determine. Like it's the way you describe what freedom is for you. And for you right now, like when you say those things out loud, that you're not being able to show your parents that you were kind of like independent, or at least not yet proof that trading works. Do you feel like that's a good representation of the man that you know you could be?
No, definitely not.
And I'm just curious, like, have you ever thought internally what has held you back to maybe like become this guy? Not in terms of like trading specifically, but like if you look internally.
So are you pre-framing, looking for ejections to smoke out now?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not bad. Cool. I would rather see you go more downside and stuff here, like a lot more downside. Like what does it look like over the next couple of months? See if you don't figure this out and have to stay at your parents' house without a lot of growth. That's going to be very valuable, like a consequence of fear stage. I'd want that from you here.
Before
It was maybe
before I ask
myself
this
that was.
question, like I don't know why I went full Tony Robbins there, but like, does that help me saying a lot of like I pretty much did a whole discourse there? Does that help to preframe the question, or not really?
I thought you did it well. I thought you did it quite well. I thought that some of the things you used I didn't like. Money itself is going to be numbers in the account. I'm speaking to you 60 a month. They're still unhappy because they don't have freedom. I don't think from a sales standpoint, this is really helping the call. I don't think that it's hurting the call. I thought what is helpful was this question you asked. What has been holding you back to become this guy? I thought that was a great question. It was like an identity framed question, becoming this guy, and then what has previously held you back. So you will be able to smoke out potential objections, limiting beliefs. I thought that was good. I just thought all of this was kind of unnecessary and is not really aligned with who he is as a person. So I'll give you an example. If I was going to do this correctly, the better way, here's how it would sound. It's good that you're here, Yash. And like, I'll tell you one of the reasons why we work with a lot of younger men who want and desire freedom. And we always see that there's two sides to these kind of men that we work, like been similar to yourself, guys like me, you know. One side is what we call like fear thinking, which is I want to achieve greatness. I want to be this person who's in the markets winning and has a bunch of freedom, but their own like potential limiting beliefs and hesitation holds them back. And then we have the other side, which is courage, which is what happens with our most successful clients. They lean into courage and they use the tools, the mentorship, and they take the actions needed to be in a better position to succeed, and then like end up winning the markets 10, 20, 30K months in the markets at times we see consistently. The question I want to ask you, you actually just tell me your opinion on it, is like previously up until now, what do you feel may have been some of the beliefs, limiting beliefs or ideas that have held you back from getting to where you want to be and like taking the right actions or finding the right steps, the right solutions to like be at that place where you have freedom, you're out of your parents' house? What is that for you? That'd be better because it's more aligned with him.
Yeah,
and
it's
he's
so much
gonna
tailored
see
to
himself
him.
in it. Correct. So I'm always customizing my scripting to the prospect and what they need to feel and hear to give me the best answers. Make sense?
Nice. Yeah.
Me from it. But Michael, when as soon as I got this job, right, I was saving up and I knew I was going to reach this point, and I was specifically looking for NSM's mentorship because I was following him since I was around 18 or 19 and
Really?
doing his work,
That's awesome.
religiously.
Does this close?
I don't remember, but I think he did a payment plan in a follow-up probably.
Okay. I see something here. It says he committed to 3,000.
Oh yeah.
1,000 down payment.
I haven't had
And
a
then
call
he
in
had
a while
he
for
had a
this
block.
offer.
Okay, cool.
That's
When
a-
was this? Oh, it was June 3rd. It was like a week ago. Okay, cool. Because I asked because it doesn't make sense he wouldn't close. He's very organic. He has a massive amount of trust. I thought you ran the call quite clean, actually. I think if he was cold traffic and didn't know who you guys were, it would be way harder. But he has a lot of trust, so I don't see any major structural reason why he wouldn't close.
And trust me, like I was literally planning to do this. I'm not gonna lie. And it was just MMX and no one else. Because I know the kind of results he has produced.
There you go. Yeah. We keep
And
a
I
very
love
high
this
standard
content.
in terms of the students.
Yeah.
And I appreciate a
Of
lot you
course.
mentioned about the content because as I said, like I do know in the industry right now, everybody's just like fucking saying what they want
know.
about trading, you know?
Cool. And the rest seems like you get to pay. What I was saying is, Michelle, I saw here, bro, in terms of your call control assertiveness. I think this was an easier call because he was like bought in and very warm. But it was good. What I want to see, dude, you don't need to worry about abandoning like all the like scripting and things that you know. Don't worry about doing that. No, like the things you've been seeing on Instagram, even though it's kind of fun to hate on them a little bit, there's value there. There's even stuff that I've seen in like objections from some guys that I'll use myself. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I hadn't thought of it that way. Let me use that myself. What I would say though, is I need a lot more structure. And what's going to get you really good, bro, you have a good foundation, but I think you can be a killer. What's going to make you super good is if you have your calls with specific structure and intent. So the most important thing is going to be watching back your calls, watching them back. And then I want you to go back and watch the elite sessions we had in this program. So the stuff on discovery. All your time right now, I'm going to update Husham on this. All your time should be spent in understanding discovery and buying psychology. Okay. So I want you to go back and watch our elite sessions where you can see the discovery calls. There's a bunch from me. There's some in there from Charlie as well, who was our coach, I think, right before you came in. And I want you to study those. They should be in your ear. Don't even worry about watching like all the course material right now and doing that. I just want you to hear how we train discovery, how we analyze calls, and get your sales IQ way higher, because your sales IQ is a bit low right now. Not a bad thing, not your personal IQ, but your sales IQ. We need to get that higher so that you can understand what's happening on calls and the dynamics, and then influence and control your calls the way they need to be done. All right.
Are you suggesting me to watch the elite sessions or the discovery modules? The elite sessions?
The elite sessions, and then there's discovery training in those elite sessions.
Right. Dude,
the titles.
I'm super excited for the upcoming week. Like you guys are developing some offer sourcing type of bootcamp.
Yeah, we have the bootcamp.
Because like I haven't had a call in this offer for a while. I had a call, I pretty much booked myself on LinkedIn, like just trying to close a random dude. But I would love to hop on a paid traffic offer because I do feel like this offer right now, it's organic. So sometimes when I close, I have like this crisis internally of, I don't know if it was my skill set or it was just like a fucking lay down. It's hard for me to tell, you know?
Sure.
I don't have other closes as well to like compare. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Easy. Okay, let's play ball. Just read that last message bit, and then whenever you're ready, Connor, you can go ahead and tell him.
Okay.
If that, Ben, does it make sense? Just give Connor the thumbs up, and you guys can run.
Yeah, I think I'm good to go.
Okay, Ben. So that's everything I have for you. The full investment here is going to be 6,000, and the next steps then will be for you to get on board, and then you can meet your coach and get started. How does that all sound for you?
It's good. I appreciate you walking me through that. It's a lot of interesting stuff. Yeah, just gonna need some time to kind of think everything over, kind of get my bearings in order in terms of how I'm gonna do this, but sounds good.
Yeah, for sure, no problem. And just to make sure that I've done everything correct on my end, do you feel that everything we've gone through here, in terms of the coaching and the guidance, that you can get to those 15K months with us with our help?
Yes, I mean, you guys do it well for other people. It seems like it works. Yeah.
Yeah. Just in terms of your own journey, though, in your own business, do you feel that we can do it for you? Because other people don't really matter, for your business.
Yes, I do. I mean, if other people can do it, I'm very confident that I could do it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. And just in terms of everything we spoke about, then the one-to-one coaching and the program, what specifically do you think can get your business to those 15K months?
Biggest thing is the structures. The fact that you guys, I think you said there's some sort of algorithms that monitors trends, and you guys kind of feed that back to us. That's a huge thing that I feel like I need. Then obviously being connected with you guys as well. Yeah. But still feel like I just need some time to kind of think things over about how I'm going to do this. If that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. Just in terms of taking some time away to think about things, what is that process for you, Ben, just to see if there's something I can help you with here?
Yeah, I just like, obviously I'm spending this money, like I want to be kind of all in with it. So really making sure it is something I want to do and can do. Like I do want to do it, but I want to make sure I can do it and really get everything out of it. Like I might have to, I'm not entirely sure if I have the full-time commitment right now, but I know in like a month or two, I'll probably have more time.
You just mentioned there that you're not sure you can do it. Is it just because you have some issues around time availability, or what's coming up for you there?
Yeah, time's definitely a big thing. But I know I can cut some hours down. Like we have, it's called Burger Week. It's coming up next week. It's kind of silly, but we do burgers, and it's like kind of our busiest time. And it starts next week, and it goes on for like 3 weeks, and then we have Rib Fest. So in the summer, like we have a lot of hours, but I think for Rib Fest, I'll be able to cut back some of my hours and probably be good to go.
Yeah, so it's not specifically just an issue around time, not having time to do the program. It's just some uncertainty that's coming up for you outside of that, then, is it?
It's more on the time side of things. I mean, yeah, I just need to have a quick chat with my manager because I should probably run this by him, just to make sure that he's kind of greenlit with me, like I'm obviously not fully stepping away right away from the restaurant industry, but kind of freeing up some of my time to work through this.
Okay, your manager and your day job, you just want to see if you can have the time to do this program to work on your own business. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I call my manager. He's the owner of the restaurant. I'm technically the manager. Like I do kind of wear a lot of hats. So it's going to be like a real conversation. If that makes sense.
Okay. And if your manager says that you can't have the time off, then Ben, is this something that would be impossible for you to do then? Or how would that be?
I mean, he's an understanding guy, but if he was like, no shot, you're doing this, we're not going to let you kind of pursue your dreams at all while still working here, then I have savings, so I in theory could live off of those. But I don't, like, right now I'm not like wanting to quit my job. I just want to like see if I can make this work timing wise, because I don't know, it is busy.
Yeah, well, I think to get you started and through the program, you're going to have to be able to commit like 5 to 10 hours. Is that something that you would be able to do? Or is that going to be dependent on what your manager says in your 9 to 5? Just so I understand.
Right now, I could probably squeeze 5 to 10 hours, 5 to 7.
Yeah, so
I don't
that's
know.
the program's designed for busy people like yourself. You know, a lot of people do come in with having a 9 to 5 there, and they're trying to get out of the 9 to 5 and go full time with their e-com store. So this is something that you would be able to do if you can commit to those 5 to 10 hours, which you said that you can do.
Yeah.
Okay, so just outside of the time issue, then, I mean, if you can get time away from your job, you're going to have more time, which is better. But the baseline is 5 to 10 hours, and if you can do that, is there anything else outside of that then that might stop you from wanting to move forward with
Yeah,
scaling your
no,
business?
nothing crazy coming up. I do want to like just check my schedule and see how I look for the next 2 weeks before I like fully jump on. But I'm pretty sure I can do 5 to 10. Like I'm almost certain.
Okay. Would it be a case that you have everything planned out on your calendar and it's something you can check now, or is it you'd have to go away?
I could probably, I do have it on my phone.
Yeah, because if you could check that, then we could have a better picture.
So those group calls, are those one those are recorded, right?
All the calls are recorded, yeah, the group calls. So you can if you can't make the group calls, you can watch back the recording, yeah. And then obviously you've access to your coach. So if you have any questions on the group calls, you can tap in with him and have those answered.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, my schedule looks decent. I can do 5 to 10 hours a week.
Okay.
But yeah.
So is there anything else, just so I understand then, in terms of you wanting to go away outside of the time, that might be stopping you from moving forward today with us and getting your business moved on?
No, just if I could get back to you like in a couple days, I should be good to go.
Okay. Yeah, that's no problem at all. But you did say that the program is, you did feel like the program is able to get you to those 15K months,
Yeah, for sure.
and it's just an issue of the time then, is it?
Yeah, but I mean, if it's only 5 to 10 hours a week, I can definitely squeeze that. I still would kind of like to run it by my owner just to kind of like let him know what I'm doing. He's given me a lot of responsibility. I'm close with the guy. So I do just like would kind of
Yeah.
like let him know just out of
And
respect.
Ben, could I just check something with you? Obviously, all due respect to your manager and stuff, your boss or whatever, but is he sort of wanting you to scale your business? Does he have any part in your business and this future that you see for your business, or like is he in any way partner of this, or
No.
and does he involve you in his day-to-day decision making with the restaurant? Or?
No, he doesn't, but we're not blood, but he's basically my uncle. So it's like just out of respect. But no, he doesn't. He'll like obviously run things by me if we're gonna hire a new employee because I'm the manager. I have to manage them. But
Yeah.
nothing like.
But if he wanted to make a decision, say to run a promotion in the business to help the business, he wouldn't ask you for the final say. He might run it by you, but would he ask for you to make the final say, final decision?
No, it's his restaurant for sure.
Yeah. So I'm just a bit confused as to why you're allowing the future of your business and your own future to be dependent on your manager. I just don't understand that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not so much that I'm like relying on him to make the decision. He's just, I don't know, someone who's close to me, but I do understand what you're saying. Like it doesn't make a ton of sense to kind of run my personal decision making based off of kind of what he thinks. It just feels right to do that. If that makes sense, to just kind of go have a conversation with him. I don't know. Is it a huge deal if I wait a couple days to start?
I can respect that you're saying it, but just for me, it doesn't make sense, really, to be honest.
Does it matter when I start?
Well, if you have a real time issue where you want to delay it, we could maybe get you started. Well, when would suit you to start?
Well, like literally going in tonight, actually. Like I work a 6 to 10 tonight. I can run it by him then. It's not like I'm like I just need to have the conversation with him, like kind of I would like sort of ask him, but just kind of talk to him.
what we could do is you could definitely run it past him if you want, and if it's something that you feel like is that you want to do, and you could definitely do that. But the decision to actually scale your business and move forward and pick your own path in life, that decision can be made here with me, and we can get you started on the program, and then you can say to him, this is what I've done, this is where I'm going with the business. You can definitely do that, but the decision to do that and scale your business, that can be made right here. Does that make sense? How do you feel
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah. I mean, I know it can be. I just really don't see the harm in like talking to him.
Okay. Well, how about would it be okay for you to maybe jump on another call with me after you have that conversation with him, and then once you talk things
Is
through,
this you conceding, Connor, and kind of saying we'll just go follow up now?
Yes.
I think I'll just give you the solution with the objection really quick, because I think there was one simple reason it wouldn't have closed. You were so close, and Ben, thanks for pushing him and keeping it grounded. It wasn't like ridiculously difficult, but you also pushed back hard. You didn't just let him. It wasn't fake. Just the only thing, bro, you gave the owner leverage on the decision, which was not necessary, because he never said, I want to ask my owner for permission to do it. He just said, I want to run it by my owner out of respect. And he did it. It was very weak the way he did it too, which was realistic based on the objection I had given him. There was no other real objection other than a bunch of just time concerns, and like some hesitation and fear around the time. So it was a fear of self, but not like some big limiting belief. And I think that you just gave it a bit too much power. So to end it, instead of going like treating the owner like a partner, here's the mechanics, guys, of objections, because you all are going to start, some of you are already on it, but you'll start looking at objections soon. With objections, partner is very interesting, because you only really go partner and go the partner protocol when the prospect is actually avoiding responsibility and outsourcing that to someone else. And I think here, Connor, you misheard it, because he wasn't avoiding responsibility of the decision to his business partner, or excuse me, to the restaurant owner. He wasn't avoiding. He was just saying, like, I'm going to do this. Just logistically, I want to confirm with my owner and, like, out of respect, have that conversation in good faith and then proceed from there. But I don't feel in his language, and Ben, I think, played this very well. It's hard to see the difference. And it's when you're doing it live, you just have to pick where you're going to go. So I was happy the fact that you just went there, right? But I think you turned it into something it wasn't, because in Ben's language, he didn't really say, I need to ask my owner his opinion on me doing this and see what he thinks before I do it. It was more like, hey, I'm really busy with stuff. My owner's the one who kind of controls or handles the schedule. Let me just run it by him to make sure we're all clear at the job. That was the implication of what he was saying. Am I right, Ben? Good to see you, Armani. Am I right, Ben, on that's like the implication? Right. So what happened, the way to handle it, Connor, would have been, Ben, let's run it again, not from the top, just the last piece, and bring up the owner. And I'll show you, Connor. Ben, really kind of push at me a little bit, similar as you did with Connor. It's going to be hard because I'm going to try to cook you, but like really just pretend your cards on the line. Okay. So we'll go from where you conceded. You have the time. So I'll just ask you that question and concede the time. And then I'll say, like, so let's get you started, and then go owner. Okay. So in terms of the 5 to 10, just so I'm clear, bro, you have that time, just so again, we're on the same page, man.
Yeah. In terms of time, that makes sense on my end.
Good. Then, dude, what I would say is let's get you in, man. It's 5 to 10 hours a week. We'll onboard you now. Our coach, Chris, he's working on Saturdays, so we could actually do a call with him probably later this evening. And you'll get everything. Let's kick you off.
Okay. I work tonight. I'm just gonna have a quick conversation with the owner of the restaurant, just like out of respect. Is there a way to do the onboarding stuff before I pay?
So what you're saying is, before you like commit to starting the program, you want to tell me what you want to do. You want to speak to your owner, or what do you want to do there? By the way, guys, sorry to break the role play. I'm pretending I don't have the information as to the context. So I would need to clarify that, because if it's talk to him about the program and whether I do it or not, that changes everything. So I'm clarifying. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, just want to speak to the owner before I actually like fully jump into this. Like I am.
But again, when you say
do it.
Easy, bro. When you say speak to, what do you mean speak to? Like, what are you speaking to him about? Exactly.
I don't know. He's almost basically like an uncle to me. I'm just going to kind of run it by him. He manages the schedule.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to have the conversation.
Again, sorry, just so I'm clear, bro. Are you saying ask him can I like grow an ecom and make money with the ecom mentorship? Or are you talking like the schedule and the work stuff, or what is it you're asking him?
No, it's not. I'm not really asking him. I'm just gonna just let him know like that I'm gonna be kind of putting a lot of my energy towards something
I see.
else
I see.
while working there. Like I'm not
Yeah.
telling him that I'm
Yeah.
leaving or anything.
Yeah. Regardless of his response and kind of what he tells you, maybe he gives you the time. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know you guys' relationship. But regardless of that, is growing an ecom and eventually being out of the restaurant space something you're just still committed to doing no matter what he says?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. So then I guess the challenge I would make to you, dude, is go into that conversation with way more commitment. Just go into the conversation with him. What's his name, if I can ask his name? Rick. So like Rick, I have this new project that I'm going to be taking on, something that's really interesting to me, something that I feel is going to give me a bunch of freedom. I'm sure he wants what's best for you if you guys have a good relationship. Does he?
Yeah.
I would hope. Yeah. So you go into the conversation with that kind of energy, that kind of commitment, like back yourself here just because you came here to like make money. You came here to get into the community, get the education, and then go to him, sort out the details. And if you need to take 2 weeks, we do it in 2 weeks. If you want to start Monday, we can officially start Monday. I'll just text me. You just start the commitment here. Tell me if it doesn't make sense, man. It's just
it's
conversation I like to have with you.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. Like it would feel a lot better going into the conversation like that. But
I'm gonna stop it here. Do you see what I mean, Connor? Just about like how we're going in with commitment.
Yeah, 100%. See, for me and there, I was just so drawn a blank. It's like I have no idea where to go here at all. So,
and the reason I treated it that way is because I don't believe from given the information he had given you, it doesn't seem like the owner was like I'm avoiding responsibility. I need to talk to like my father about this for advice. And Ben actually made it a little more difficult for me when I was clarifying. I actually wasn't very clear what he was saying. It sounded almost like he was saying, because he said uncle. So I was like, you want to ask your uncle about ecom? But then he kind of was like, no, not really, just schedule life stuff. So I was like, okay, cool. Right. So just watch that and watch the nuance. Okay, cool. Let's go with this offer. Junk cleaning. Rohan, let's play some. Let's mess around with some logistics. We'll stick on heavy logistics. Don't go fear today. We're just gonna rip hard logistical stuff. Okay. Take a second if you need, Rohan, and just tell Key whenever you're ready. I'll watch you guys do it.
What's the offer?
It would be logistics when I'm kind of learning the logistics, but
For the junk one, right?
Yeah. Do you know it?
No, I think you wrote to me yesterday.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. It's just trying to build out a team and like scale, and like you can either be like trying to eventually get out of the truck and you're just overseeing the business, or maybe you still want to be involved in. And then I guess, yeah, what are you making right now? And then how much do you want to make?
We can keep the same numbers you're at, right? The one we just discussed.
Okay, so you're trying to just make 5K a month?
Oh wait, no. Let's say 10. I'm making 10. I want to go to 25 or something.
Yeah. Okay. So you're making 5 and you making 10, you want to go to 20. Okay. All right, Rohan, so total investment is going to be $6,000. That includes everything I just outlined. Next steps would just be getting your onboarding call scheduled in with Ryan and Ben to start building out that roadmap for you to be on the road to those 20K months. How do you feel about everything, man?
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. Do I have to do it right now, the second, or could I just
You don't have to do anything you don't want to, man. You could do this a week from now, a year from now. I guess, do you feel like just everything that we've gone through here, do you feel like this is something that can actually scale your junk removal business to those 20K months? Or tell me how you feel, because that's the most important part here.
I mean, I haven't really done it, but I can kind of see it though. Yeah.
Okay. What makes you feel confident about just our methods, our processes, and the systems we're going to put in place?
I mean, the plan that you laid out, especially on hiring and taking care of payroll, I think that was pretty
detailed. It makes
Yeah.
sense. And that's the plan that I had in mind as well for myself when I was considering it, doing it myself. So I think you guys have already done it a couple times already with the other people in the business. So I guess
Yeah.
that's why.
Okay. Perfect. So tell me, I guess, like what's kind of coming up for you that makes you feel like you want to take some time?
Yeah. If it's possible, I don't know if it is, if we could just move this possibly like next month.
Okay, what's coming
I
up for you
wanna I
that
wanna
makes
do
you
like
feel
a
like next
check-in call
month?
with you again next month and see how things are going with the business. I think that makes sense more in my own head.
Okay, so I mean, just all the problems that you kind of discussed with me about the business, you feel like the current pace it's at right now, you're just gonna kind of keep letting it go, see what happens
Pause.
for the next month?
You're assuming way too much, Key. We don't know why he's saying this. We don't need to do any
Yeah,
of that.
okay.
Just
Okay, okay.
diffuse, no problem, totally, dude. We can check in a month. What's coming up there? Like, why a month versus now?
Okay. Yeah.
Can we
Okay,
do
I
it
mean,
again?
yeah, well, why a month? Like what's kind of coming up for you that makes you
But
feel
you
like you
need to
need to take a month?
you need to diffuse super hard.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah,
Do you
totally, totally
understand why
cool.
you need to diffuse, Key? I don't want you being a robot.
Yeah,
Like, you
no,
know
I
why.
understand. I feel like I'm not self-aware of it, but people have told me I come off a little. It's just because
When
it's
you're
not.
handling objections, you have to make the guys remember this. You have to make the prospect think they can give you the objection. The prospect
Yeah.
needs to feel like they can give you the objection and you won't try to handle it. They
Okay.
shouldn't know you're handling the objection.
Okay.
Rohan, run it. I'm gonna jump in. Key, it's still yours, but Rohan, after I respond, you respond, and then Key jump in. Okay. So Rohan, go
Yeah.
ahead. Tell me the month.
Yeah, I just wanted to take an extra month, and then do a check-in call with you. If that's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, it's fine. Take whatever you need. When do you want to do next month? Like should we do the
We
6th
could do the
again?
same. Yeah, the 6th is fine.
Perfect. Easy stuff. When you say take a month, what makes it better next month versus now?
Yeah, good question. I was just considering some of the logistics around how much money I'm making. Plus, we're actually packed this month with a lot of jobs, and I'm just really projecting a lot of cash coming in. So I think it would make sense for me to start something new or work with the company next month more than now. Because I can already see how much money I'm gonna make. So I just think it will be way easier for me if I start next month.
And the goal for you is to like build out this team so that you can kind of start delegating some of your time back essentially, correct? Like within these next
Yeah, I'm
eight
just super
weeks.
busy, man. Very much busy. I mean, I do have like a couple workers right now. I want to make sure they're paid as well, and there'll be more cash flow next month. That's why I just would rather work with you guys next month, since I'll be more positive in terms of cash flow.
Okay, let me ask you this. Like, would it be helpful to kind of have us in your circle during this busy month? We can kind of, I'm sure you're gonna have like a few hours a week, right? Like
What
two to
depends on
three.
how many.
Yeah, so we can just kind of hop on. I'm asking this to see like, would it be
Pause.
helpful for you?
Key, I'm just going to give you the exercise live. Can you increase your level of certainty in your language? There's too much kinda. We might be able to. What you need to do is because your energy is naturally very laid back, you need to compensate with more assertive, punchy language.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's try again.
I
Rohan, go
think
ahead and
part
give me
of
all
it
that
too, I
bullshit about
don't,
that.
yeah, part of it, yeah, I kind of didn't even know where to go. But okay.
Well, then we
So
can pause for a second. Where do you need to go?
So wait, what did he just said that he's busy with the team or with his business and he wants to take a month.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can either go the path of okay, well like let's that commitment to change and like make the decision to like scale your business can be made here today and then we can start you in a month, or I go busy protocol, but I don't know if that's the right one.
Well, I think you could do the first one. I think you could do either, to be honest. I don't think you're really in a bad place, but I'm not going to give you the answer. I don't even know if I have the answer. You could pretty much do either. You could also just clarify more and get more clarity. But I just want you to, whatever you
Okay.
do it with more certainty. There's a lot of kind of maybe you think like it's very laid back. I don't mind
Yeah.
if you say laid back. but I need the language then to be much more certain and much more high impact.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, so absolutely, like that's not a problem at all if you feel like, you need to take a month. I guess just the commitment to actually make change, for
It's
your
not even
business
to take a month, Key. It's more of just it makes sense more for my business to start in a month.
to start scaling, like you wanting to
No, so
prolong the
start working
process.
with you guys in a month.
Right, start scaling. Like you're trying to take a month so that you can kind of prolong the process of scaling. Tell me what's coming up for you there. Like what makes you feel like, getting some systems in place right now wouldn't be helpful and it would be more helpful to like prolong the process of you scaling the business another 30 days.
No, like I said before, we already have a lot of jobs stacked for the rest of the month.
Right?
We have the jobs now, which is more about just doing the work and getting paid, and we're overbooked, right? Like the jobs are okay, it's okay, but contracts might not be the best, but it's still overbooked, right? I still
Yeah.
want to like at least as a business owner, someone who's operating the business, if we agree to something, we're gonna do it, right?
Yeah. And
And regardless of who
the goal for you
regardless,
though, sorry to interrupt. The goal for you though is to start cutting back your time and start delegating so that you can kind of start
of course, yeah,
overseeing
yeah,
the
yeah.
business.
It's just that we're
Okay.
booked now, and I already kind of gave my commitments to being able to do the job. So
Okay.
that's why I'm very much busy, and I just want to get this out of the way, and then next month we'll be having a much more
Let
cleaner
me ask
slate.
you this. Let me ask you this. Let's say we start building out a team. We find you a vetted, some team members to really like start hiring on, and we're gonna help them. We're gonna help train them. What do you feel like the customers that you have that booked appointments, do you feel like they're going to be like upset that if you just kind of notify them, hey, I know you were told that Rohan is going to be on the job site, but I'm actually going to send my team to the site. Do you feel like they're going to be upset about that?
Well, as long as we do a good job, I trust my team, but it's not me
Okay.
that needs to be there. But at the same time, though, it's for my own integrity's sake. I said I will be there.
Yeah, for sure. And ultimately, like, you might be busy next month, right? And the month after that. What I'm trying to get at is like, do you feel like it'd be helpful for you to start delegating and start building out this team now while you're busy instead of just like waiting until you guys are like kind of dry on appointments?
Pause. Key, we're in a good spot here. Pathway is clean. I just want you to change the way you're delivering it. And I want you to start to go into expert consultant mode. Rohan, just for my training purposes, can you play ball and don't give a lot of pushback
Sure.
here? So let's rinse and repeat. Key, the pathway I want you to take is go full consultant and say, here's what we're going to do. Here's what you need to do, bro, because of X, Y, Z. Don't ask him
Okay.
anymore, do you feel? Because I don't know if he knows really. And he's like in this kind of, this is the way it's been and how it has to be. So I need you here to step in with leadership and not temp check if he feels good and
Yeah.
feels good and feels good. All right. So just lead him
Okay.
as a consultant, super high level of certainty in your voice. I want to hear a lot of confidence. Throw some Wolf of Wall Street energy bullshit in there. We're selling something good.
Okay.
These guys can make a lot of money. Okay. So I
Okay.
want you to run that. Let's go.
Okay. So Rohan, essentially what we're going to be doing, like while you're busy right now, is we're going to be coming in and kind of building out these systems on the back end with you and start building out this team so that you can really start delegating these appointments out while you're busy right now so that next month when you guys are maybe busy again, you're not having to like work these 60 hours and you can ultimately start stepping towards your goal of, delegating and freeing up those 60 hours. Tell me how you feel about that.
Yeah, I can see your point.
Okay. And do you feel like that's ultimately just going to get you to your goal a lot faster instead of just like prolonging this another month?
I don't
No,
think it's
I didn't mean to
don't
ask
ask him
enough,
that. Do you
but
feel?
yeah,
Just stick in the
yeah.
commanding.
Okay. Yeah, how do I tie that up? Okay, so you feel like it would be helpful. Okay. Okay, so let's get you enrolled. We'll book your onboarding call. Are you free tonight actually? Because I want to like start putting in these systems within your business now so that we can by the end of this month you have a team built out and you're stepping away from the business, starting to oversee things. Are you free tonight or tomorrow?
I did say it makes sense, but there's also the issue of cash flow.
Okay, tell me more about that. How do you mean?
Like I said, once we complete these jobs, next month we will be way more positive in cash flow, and I feel like that would really help us work with you guys as well.
Okay, so is it a case where like you have the full investment right now to put down and it's just a bit scary to put down, or is it a case where you have some of it and we just need to have a conversation around breaking up the rest?
Now, once we complete these jobs, we'll have the cash flow. Like I'd be able to easily
So,
pay you out. That's not a problem.
okay, totally cool, man. And just to clarify, like, do you have the full investment right now, or do you just have like some of it?
I would say some of it, yes.
Okay. So I guess if you had like the full 6K right now, like would you actually do this and start partnering up with us and like building out this team this month or?
That's dangerous. So what's happening is
Yeah.
he was barely, now it's better, but he was barely ready to go in the first place. And now we're saying, if you had the full 6K, would you start? This is one of
Yeah.
those moments where I would get off of process
Yeah,
and I would
yeah.
just assumptive close him. So here's the progression. Here's how it would sound. I'm gonna run it. You did mostly good, but I want to show you what I mean, Key. And I want to see more of this assertive dog from you. I want to see more of this. Okay, Rohan, we'll play ball just from like the whole, maybe wait till next month type of thing. I think from there, because I don't want to go from the top. I want to go from where Key went into the. You know what, Rohan? I'm just gonna start. Okay, we'll go from the middle. I see what you're saying, dude. Here's what I would say. Let's do this. Because we can implement all these systems now. I know that you're busy, but we can put in all of our business owners who work with us are busy. That's why we're here. What we could do is put in a structural game plan over the next 2 to 4 weeks. I think you're really going to appreciate this, where we start to remove you from the business slowly while you're making more money. And we'll set up conversations. We'll teach you how to do this with your clients without you breaching trust, without you breaking promises and things like that. Basically setting boundaries with the way that you're going to relate to your clients. We will set up those systems for you. We will work with you to do that over the next 2 to 4 weeks, and it's going to buy you back time immediately. My opinion, that's something that you can use absolutely now. How do you feel? I mean, you can use it, bro.
No, that's part makes sense. Okay.
Good. Let's
Yeah.
get you in. Let's get you started. I can
There's
put a
also
link here
that
and you can onboard.
other side of cash flow, like I said.
Uh-huh.
I would be much more inclined to work with you
Yeah.
when I'm more positive.
Okay.
And that's
Right now,
next month,
it's a
actually.
bit constrained cash flow wise.
Yes.
Do you have the 6K or you have like a bit of it? What's the situation?
I don't have the 6K now.
Do you have a bit of it?
Yeah, for sure.
What's this is not like a trick question. What's your budget for coaching right now? Like for actually growing the business, what could you invest?
I was really hoping it was like 2 to 3K a month. Like,
dude, just
2 to
come in on
3K.
2K. Come in on 2K, bro. Come in on 2. When do you get paid out from your people? Like your clients? When are you expecting your first couple payouts?
3 weeks from now.
Come in on 2. I'm gonna talk to Chris, and in 3 weeks, shall we say that would be like I guess June 25th-ish, that week. Let's reconnect and see if we can get the remainder of the 4K processed. And if you can't do it then we'll just split it into 2 more months, and the investment's going to be 7K, but you get the flexibility. So you can do like a, 2 now, and then you could do a 2.5 and a 2.5. And if you want to just at the end of the month, bro, knock out the rest of the 4, just let me know. I don't care. We'll give you the discount on it. We'll process it. If that sounds good. The key is just getting you making more money and buying back your time as quickly as possible and not delaying. That's like the game I'm trying to play and what we always do. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know you guys could do the whole breaking up stuff.
We have it. We have it.
Sure. I mean,
what we want is for you to come into the XYZ higher ticket program. Like that's ultimately our goal. So because you're going to pay us and we're going to get you making even more, and then you come into like our portfolio. That's what we do. So
and you would still honor
go ahead.
the 1K off if I paid before the end of the month.
Yeah, dude. We'll honor it 100%. You just gotta get it in before the 31st.
Okay,
we'll be good to go.
I can do that.
Cool. That's how it sounds. Key. That's the language. And what I wanted to do, I'm not saying it's going to be that easy every time, but I've because Husham is on an offer like you're on, it's like a B2B consultative offer. you really need to play ball as a consultant. Guys, I know that this is not for each of you individually, but this is like how you get better at sales IQ type shit. Different offers require different language energy. Like Ben, your offer talking to founders and people who want to raise is going to be different than like Rohan selling protocols, right? Not better or worse, it's just different. That's going to be different than Key's offer where he's selling people with junk removal, right? It's going to be different than Michelle's offer selling trading. The language is going to be different. So what I'm trying to do, Key, here, and something I talked to Armani about, he's not on this one now, but is changing your language, because the language you're using here doesn't sound like a consultant. It sounds very B2C. So when I run objections with this kind of offer, the way I'm going to run them is not going to sound as almost like hand holding and accommodating. It's going to be more like, let's solve some problems here, dude. Are you with me, Key? If it doesn't make sense,
No,
or doesn't resonate, tell me.
1000%. Yeah,
Okay.
no, 1000%. Yeah, I think I just got to get better with that with reps to kind of learn the language and just the assertiveness and stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that's
I
helpful.
I know I said Ben would go, but I wanna get one of or Jesse, you know what? How about you run? If your Wi-Fi holds up.
I can. I'm probably landing here in about like 5-10 minutes though. So I'll have to bounce.
Okay. I'd rather not interrupt it. Okay. Well, I
Yeah.
want to get one of our new people going. It's either going to be Jordan, it's going to be Vic, or it's going to be Michelle. One of you two. Or, sorry guys, Arjun. I see Arjun's here. I had to objection handle Arjun in the comments, in the private messages just now. Do you know, guys, what I was objection handling him on? Do you know? Should you just tell them, Arjun, or should I? Or should no one tell them?
You can tell them if you want. Doesn't matter. It's fine. I don't mind.
They'll never know. They'll never know. They'll always wonder.
Let the people know if you want.
Arjun was prioritizing
I'm here
other
now.
things
I'm here.
besides training. Let's go.
I was cleaning, but yeah, I'm here now. Don't worry. I was locked in though. I was locked in.
All right. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go, Arjun. You'll run with Mr. Connor. Vic, Michelle, Jorn, are you guys getting a hang of how we do things here? Are you starting to understand the language, hear how it sounds? How are you feeling hearing it all and observing it?
Yeah, I'm definitely starting to understand it a little bit.
What was that?
Rohan in the chat.
What is that?
Arjun was doing an actual cleaning off of Real. And he wasn't even getting paid for it.
Brother, it's funny. One of the biggest takeaways in your objection handling was how you perceive as a leader. So like it feels like you both are solving a problem together. And I would actually be grateful for that. Like have the time, okay, let's solve this together. And that's way different than just like combative or I am right, I'm trying to prove you right. Like that's very different.
Yeah. When you're handling objections, you never want to be in your own mind like I'm right. It's just like, is this helpful or unhelpful, right? Unless I'm role-playing with Jesse, trying to convince him that a glass of water is half full. Because then I'm objectively right and he's objectively wrong. But it's fine.
No, but a lot of takeaways.
We'll argue about that later. Yeah. Vic, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. I think one of the like biggest things, which I was kind of like tracking along as you went, like this last run, with the junk removal thing, and I kind of like you said, he was kind of on edge. He wasn't even he didn't even have the full amount, and like in that position, what I was thinking was like, okay, let's get him in with what he has. And that's what you did. So that was kind of like what stuck out to me, and I was so it's kind of making sense.
Good. Jorn, you're all good? Yeah.
I understand the process that you're going about it. Like, you know, whether the prospect is a little bit worried to go through. So using the language, I kind of understand how things go along.
Yeah.
So yeah, a bit more confident.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Huge. All right. Let's rock and roll, Arjun. You'll tap in with Connor. Connor will run some objections. Arjun, what are we selling? Do you want to sell the fitness offer you've been on, like Fitness Looks Maxing, or want to push to something else?
Yeah, I might as well focus on it because
Good.
it's what I'm focusing on right now. So I'm starting that offer.
Cool. Connor's like has a lovely lady and children, so I don't know if he's going on a full Looks Maxing journey right now, or you might be for your lady and children, Connor. You never know.
With a girlfriend.
Oh, it's a girlfriend.
No,
Nice.
it's the second one.
That's crazy work, bro. Jesus, the Irish don't play around, do they? The Irish are like the Jamaicans of Europe, I guess. Just doing all kinds of
Is it
shenanigans.
fitness and Lux Maxim or just Lux Maxim? The offer.
It's fitness, nutrition, confidence and dating, mindset. Yeah, it's everything basically. So yeah, it's a bit of everything. Right. So Connor, yes, that's the whole program. We can get you in and get you started. We can mutually agree on the best start date today. Essentially the price point for the whole offer would be 6,000. But yes, brother, how do you feel?
Yeah, it all sounds good, Arjun. Yeah, it seems like it's definitely something that can help me. Yeah. But just in terms
Fantastic.
of
Yes, so I'm ready to
just
move forward with you.
just in
There's
terms
a
of
Arjun, there's a really bad delay on your end, bro. The internet's cooked right now. It's very bad. Let's lock in one more time, and if it really stays bad, then we'll pass it. I'll pass it to Ben. Go ahead, Arjun.
Yeah, sure. So Connor, this is the whole offer. I'm happy to we're pricing it at 6,000. How do you feel?
yeah, the offer seems good. It seems like it's definitely something that's going to help me. But just if you could give me some time to think about it, and I can get back to you maybe next week.
Yeah, of course, man. No worries at all. Just to kind of circle back, brother. I wanted to ask you, do you feel like the program would actually, help you to improve your sales processes and get you to where you want to be?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it seems like you have everything that I need really. So I think you can. Yeah.
Okay, nice. What specifically about the program you think that would actually help you to increase your monthly revenue?
Yeah, just like you're talking about the XYZ processes that you have there. That's actually what I've been looking for. So, I've spoken to a few other people, and they don't really seem to have the same setup you guys have. So, yous are basically hitting the nail on the head for me. Yeah.
Nice, amazing. Well, in terms of you mentioned that you want to obviously think about it, go away, think about it, and come back a week later. What's actually going to be coming up for you there, just to see if I can help?
Yeah. So it's basically my brother's actually just come into town. So I've a pretty much a full plan, full week planned out with him, and I'm actually going to meet him out tonight for some dinner. So I just kind of jumped on the call to see what you guys were offering, if you could offer what I needed, and you know, I'll get back to you next week. Like, and just once he's gone, I'll have more time to sort of think about things.
Okay. Oh, so if your brother's coming in next week, what we can do is we can get you onboarded today, and we can, like I said, mutually agree on the best start date, which would probably be, after your brother, when your brother returns back to his place. Does that work?
Yeah.
Does that work for you?
Yeah. So he's going to be gone next Sunday. He's going to be flying back out again. So I'll have a lot more time. It'd be good to just maybe set up another call or something, and then we can do it there.
Yeah, sure. I mean, listen, we can mutually agree on the best start date when he comes back. But what's kind of holding you back from getting you started today then, and getting you onboarded today, and then returning to the offer and to the program back when your brother returns?
Yeah, I suppose I don't know. It's kind of with work at the moment. I'm kind of a bit up in the air as well. Like I'm kind of moving territories at the moment, so I'm working mostly in around Dublin, but I'm actually going to be moving towards Belfast. So there's a bit of uncertainty there with working, what my schedule and stuff's going to look like. So, it's just really a time issue for me, you know.
Right. Okay. So things are just maybe a little bit busy for you in terms of things moving around. Is that what I'm kind of hearing from you?
Yeah, it's just I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to apply myself to the training right now at this moment, because I've got this week with my brother and things are up in the air with work, so I'm not sure what my schedule's going to look like there. So yeah, just I'm not really certain on what my day to day looks like at the moment and whether I can
Yeah,
actually
brother.
do the
Yeah.
training.
No, I hear you. I hear you. Can I kind of I'd love to share a perspective with you, actually, bro. You mentioned that, of course, your life is a bit hectic at the moment. You've got a lot of changes happening, you know, and I completely appreciate that. The version of you though, who stays stuck at, the 3K months that you're seeing currently, and the person that is going to be hitting the 10, 15K months that we spoke about earlier in the call, it is also going to be busy, right? That version of you will be busy. And the version of you who thrives and achieves that, the 10K, the 15K is going to be busy. And the version of you right now is also going to be busy, right? Both of those versions are going to be busy. And in fact, I hope that you stay busy, right? Some people, they come into the program, they have kids, some people have lots of traveling, lots of movement around, and that's all part of a good life, right? It's signs that, things are heading in the right direction for you.
Arjun, so I hear what you're doing. Does anyone know why we don't love this right now? Anyone can identify it?
He's telling him about the reframe, maybe?
Nah.
Instead of asking, no.
No,
Is he
that's
over
not why.
speaking?
No. Yeah, he's talking. It's fine. Key or Ben, you guys should know this one. No one knows. God damn, really? I don't think he shouldn't be giving a perspective right now on the busyness because we're just in some logistics. He's just saying stuff is moving around in life. We don't need to give a whole like Instagram real perspective yet. I just want to know logistically, why can't you do it? Because he hasn't proven to me that he can't do it yet. If he said, I'm busy, my mind is all over the place, so it's not a good time for me to learn how to grow my sales skills or whatever, well, then we'll talk about life being busy as a concept. But he hasn't gone that far yet. Connor's playing this one really well, actually. All he said is, what has he said so far? Brother, Arjun, good job with that, parking that saying, dude, we can get you started in a week. You can just tell me logistically. Then Connor said, nope, no, I still need to figure things out because I'm switching territories. So that's kind of up in the air schedule-wise. But he hasn't said life is so busy where I can't learn sales. He just said, I have a big change coming up. Well, I want to understand the nature of the change and how that relates to his ability to learn sales. Are you guys seeing what I'm saying? If you're not picking it up, you got to tell me because we get better when you connect I get it, and we have the light bulb moment. If you don't have that, you won't get better. So that's why I always ask you guys many times, do you understand? Because if you don't understand, the training is actually wasted, genuinely. So I'm like, you have to understand it. So what's happening is he hasn't said and leaned far into life is busy, and because my life is busy, I can't train. He's just said, I want to pump the brakes for a second because my next couple weeks are up in the air. That's all I heard. I didn't hear a man who said, I'm so busy, I can't commit to anything, if that makes sense. So what are,
yeah.
So let's adjust this. Let's figure this out. Let's go again, Arjun.
Well, then I'm a little bit confused then as to like how you'd go, because I kind of asked about logistics. I did ask like what's actually holding you back from getting you enrolled today. I did kind of I thought I dealt with that, but then he kind of said no. What I heard is he held back and said no. I need to start in 2 weeks because my brother is coming into town and I want to spend like time with him and sort of, I don't know, like basically I already clarified about that situation with his brother, and he already said no, like I can't.
Yeah, he didn't say no, he can't. What did he say? He said no, I can't. What? Matt, you're the first person who's like finished protocols who is fully out, who I've let in a session. Me and Rohan were just debating whether I let you in or not because you're not paying for the program anymore. But I have a soft spot in my heart for you, man.
I got a spare 5 minutes, and I was like, "Oh, the session's on. Let me just join, see what everyone's up to."
Welcome. We're in something heavy with Arjun. Bro, Kyrill literally tried to join a month ago, and I kicked him out. And a bunch of people have tried that, and I'm like, "No, you're the only person I let in." All right, let's go. Arjun, let's talk this out. So Connor has not though said anything outside of logistics. He can't start. Lock in, guys. I got distracted too, but lock in. So he hasn't given you any insights outside of logistics to say that he cannot begin. He hasn't done that. There's been no element of my life works in this specific way, which means I cannot receive training or cannot commit to change. You haven't heard that from him yet. Talk to me, Arjun. Fire back.
I mean, yeah, but he was on those lines though. Like he
What did he
alluded
say?
to it. Like I know he didn't directly say it, but he basically is
What did he
saying
say?
that.
Okay,
He's
so good. This is good for training.
Yeah.
You can read into what a prospect's saying to an extent, but you never want to over assume something. You want to meet the prospect where they're at. You don't want to interpret too much about where they're at and make vast assumptions and make your job harder in objections. So that's what's happening here, Arjun. You're making your life way harder because you're making assumptions that his objection is deeper than it actually is.
Right,
I'll give you an example. Okay,
I mean,
I'm gonna give you an example.
I guess
I'm gonna give you an example. Okay, Arjun, let's play. You're gonna sell to me, Connor. I'm gonna replace you in this role play. I want you to sell to me, and I'm gonna show you language when you should trigger the life is busy. Okay, watch. So sell to me. Let's drop the price, and I'm gonna play ball. I'm gonna do almost what Connor did, but my language is gonna be a little different. Okay, drop price.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, Tim, the price is 6,000. How do you feel?
I feel really good. I'm just going to give you everything at once for time. Just my brother's in town right now, and there's a something going on with him. Like we're spending the week together. We're actually have dinner this evening. So let me just take the week, see how that's going to go. Because I kind of came to the call, figure out more what you guys do, and then I think probably next Friday, because he leaves on Thursday. Friday, I should be good to come on and enroll. So far we're just logistics. I think you know that, Arjun. I haven't said anything about my life. Go ahead, handle that.
Yeah. So then I would say, oh, okay, no problem, Tim. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. What we can do is we can get you onboarded today.
Okay.
And of course we can get you enrolled. We can get you the contract over. We can get you into the program, show you how it works, and then you can have your break. Of course, I'll let the guys know internally that you're spending the week away with your brother, and then you can come back into the program and things should be sorted out for you. Does that work?
Yeah. That actually be interesting. Let me still just think on it, dude. Because so right now I'm between territories. I've been working just outside of Dublin, but I'm switching to what was the other city? Switching to Belfast. It's still a bit up in the air just with my manager as far as how that's going to work logistics. And just right now, there's just a lot going on, man. Personally, I'm in kind of this like busy space. So let me clear that out and get clear on just, I guess, what my next couple of weeks are going to look like and get out of this mess. And then I'll be good to move forward. Right now, I just think like headspace, I'm not really in a position where I can make a great decision on this. And then I'll be able to get back to you. Okay. What is different about what I said versus what Connor said? Can anyone hear the nuanced difference? Come on, guys. Give me a little bit more. We got like a few minutes.
I mean, you're talking about the lack of time that you have. Like you are in this version, you're basically saying I have absolutely no time whatsoever to dedicate any time in your mind to really think about it. You don't want to think.
I didn't say I have no time. I did not say I have no time. I never said that once.
You emphasize the now. No time now.
What was that, Connor?
Sorry,
I calibrated to Arjun's English, and then when you spoke, Connor, I had to recalibrate to the Irish.
Sorry, is it that you're emphasizing that you can't do this right now? Just logistically, you can't do this right now.
Give me more. Give me more, though. You're on to something. Yes, but build
but
it
you're
up.
saying that you want to do it, but you just don't know how you're going to do it. You have to figure out how can I do this.
Yes,
so you're looking for Arjun to figure out how can you do this.
There's more than this. There's more. The reason this one is a busy life. You would go busy life here. Is because I'm telling you that I'm in a season of chaos and busyness. I'm saying my life as a concept is busy. When Connor ran it, Arjun, this is what he said. I'm going to run it one more time, not from the top, just with kind of the language Connor used. Ask me again. So see, we can get you started in a week, and I'm going to respond. The brother thing, handle that. Go ahead, Arjun.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, Tim. Yeah, no problem at all. We can get you started within a week. We can get you onboarded today, send you over the paperwork.
Yeah.
Okay. Once you go away, I'll let the guys know internally, and then when you come back, you'll be able to start with us again. Does that work?
Yeah. That would be actually really be interesting to look at. Let me still just think about it, dude, because I've been selling out of Dublin. I believe I'm switching to Belfast very soon. It's still up in the air with my manager. So I just need to see what that's going to look like over the next 2 weeks and see kind of what my schedule is going to be and how it, I guess, aligns and where I'm going to be able to prioritize things. And then I should be able to get back to you and just tell you where I'm at in like 2-3 weeks. Do you guys hear how in the language just now, I never said my life is busy and chaotic. All I said was I have a just change I'm making in my life.
Yeah,
The
I understand
nuance
now.
is-
I get it now.
Yeah. So the response to the first one would have been correct to go full on busy life. The first one I did, like, dude, life is busy. You're going to be busy now. You're going to be busy later. But in this one, where I just said something's going on at work, the only response should be, so if you switch territories, do you still want to grow? Like, you're still growing as a sales rep and you want to make more money in solar still, right? He would have said yes to that. Got you, bro. Just come in now. Look at your schedule for the next 2-3 weeks. So let us know when you know what your schedule is, and we can adjust or even add in 2 weeks if we need to in the program, just to accommodate how much you can use it during this like change. And you're good to go. You have everything still done. He may not start. He may find another excuse, but at least logistically, that's not going to stop him from starting. Does it make sense?
Yeah. Okay. That makes.
God,
So I
I'll
just
give you
I wouldn't
guys
know
one
what
more
to
thing.
say in that moment though. I wouldn't like. Yeah.
Well, Arjun, you got to train and learn the protocols, brother. This is how we get better. So now you know the difference. Ideally, I hope you remember this. You know the difference between pathway when prospect is framing as my life is cooked and life-wise I'm fucked, versus there's something happening that just needs to adjust. They're different. I'll give you guys one more thing. We do this with protocols all the time. Some people here like deal with like where they're super busy logistically and they can't use shit. Like it happens. And we'll tell them, dude, we'll work around your schedule, see what we need to do, make any modifications, changes. And then sometimes we get people who are like, my life is busy. Like kids thing, this thing, or busy season life I'm in. And then we have to have a conversation on what being busy means relative to their goals. But the language is super important to understand what you're handling and when you're handling it. Okay? I hope you guys are with me. I feel like this is a very dense session with a lot of layers. We went crazy today. Started talking about glasses of water and shit. Are we all happy? Did everyone learn? You guys got something from this today?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
Good. Do we feel like we moved the needle forward like at least 1% today? Do you
For
guys
sure.
actually feel that? Good.
Yeah.
Good. Vic, Michelle, Joran, you guys are going to start locking in heavier in discovery now and get like active, get live, because I think you've had enough time to figure out how we do things.
Cool.
Perfect.
Anything else, guys, before I go?
All good.
All right. Goodbye,
Not
guys.
at all.
Have a beautiful
Appreciate
weekend.
the
I'm
time.
gonna go
You as
watch
well,
some
guys.
F1 now. See you all later.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
nice.
Let's go.
See you guys. Bye.